Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pagnasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, first off I want to say, fuck your safe space. This place isn't here for some bitches. We're ready to go hard and strong here. Pagnasty here for Nasty and Friends podcast, sitting along with my main man, Spicy Brown. How you doing, man?
Yay.
Did you like that?
I love it, man.
I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. So, listen, we're in BDC Studios, as I said, but it's BDC Studios number 2. We're with a special guest. We'll get to that fuck here in a minute. So it may sound a little bit different. There may be some babies in the background. There may be some dogs barking. You may even hear some chicks talking. Just try to ignore that stuff. But like I said, hopefully the sound level's out for you and we're good to go. We don't have YouTube on, or we do have YouTube on, but it's not on in the background on a TV. It's on an iPad. Our guest has saved the day like 3 times,
yes.
And we can get into that already.
He's on point, man.
But when we get to him, we'll let him choose where he can't even see it, by the way. He's facing away. So it's good to be back. I don't know if I said it, but episode 42 is fucking crazy, man.
Season 3.
Yes, season 3. Absolutely. Episode doesn't matter. But
out here.
We should just not like number those episodes. Just be like season 3, episode 42. And then it's like saying like next episode, season 4. We're like season 4, episode 43. Like it's just name the season, but keep like the actual numbers across. But I, again, still battling a cold, so sorry for all the coughing and stuff like that. But, we made it happen, dude. It's fucking awesome.
We do it. And just to kind of like second what you said, like, yeah, there's no safe spaces here. Mm-hmm. There's no Me Too movement bullshit or any of that stuff here. Like, we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep shit real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about the same shit we talk about every podcast.
So we fuck your feelings.
Absolutely. Well, I think we should get to our guest. He's been on the podcast before. He's kind of like a third in the shadow co-creator. He's been on here before. You guys know him as Joey. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey.
What's up, fellas?
Thanks for coming back, man. We've
yeah.
been wanting to get you back on. And again, you came bearing with gifts. You don't have to.
Right.
We do appreciate it. But these are pretty fucking awesome. You got us some Nasty and Friends, just like bar glass for like what you get if you get like a draft at a bar with our logo and the skull and everything. So
Shit, yeah. I thought you'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
Bringing the heat.
Awesome.
it's because you said you should open this. I'm like, well, do you want to wait to do it on the podcast? You're like, no, open it now. And I'm like, it's something to deal with drinking because we just getting ready to say we're gonna go make a drink.
Yes.
Well, I saw Spicy bring the Tito's down, and I was like, why don't you pause for the cause and open this? And then Marty was talking about making a drink, and I was like, you guys should really open this.
Yeah. So you got us 4. I'm assuming that's 3 for me, 1 for Spicy. But I appreciate it, dude. They're fucking awesome. I can't wait till I just accidentally break all of them, probably.
I can't wait. They're probably going to get broken. It's fine.
Yeah, Joey, thanks, man. It's good, like Pag said, it's good to fucking have you back here. I haven't seen you in a while, dude. I can't remember the last time I saw you. In Lincoln. No. I don't know when the last time I saw you was.
I don't either.
But
It wasn't the podcast, was it?
I thought I saw you before that, but maybe not.
Well, I know we ran into like Spencer and Tiefer.
Yeah, for that concert.
Yeah, but I don't think you.
We were in town then for a wedding.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I might not have seen you since the last podcast. Dude.
Well, you may not have seen me. I may have seen you. That concert. No, it was Louis C.K. in Omaha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's back when I had Snapchat. You Snapchatted me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't.
There was like no service, and I was like, he probably doesn't give a fuck. But I was like, zooming in.
Cool. That was cool, man. But it's good to have you back here. It's good to be here this weekend, dude. We got a good weekend planned. It's Super Bowl weekend, and got some food planned. We don't have to talk about that because we could talk about that on the next podcast. But leading up to this, we got some bomb ass, because this is a cooking show, so we have to talk about those things. We had some bomb ass waffles that JPEG's made this morning.
Yeah,
so
that's what we started off. Yeah, it's a homemade recipe. It's delicious. First time she ever made them, I'm like, yes. And that's I told you guys that's one of our go-tos. Like, what do you want for supper? I don't know. What do you want for supper? Do we have frozen pizza? No. Waffles. And so this was the first time that we ate waffles like in the morning for like I couldn't even tell you.
Waffles and French press coffee and
yeah. we go all out, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys coming down. I know we don't record here a lot, which is fine, but it's awesome. You know we got to go big. You always go big when I haul my ass up there. So yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we got a very special meal. You guys know what it is already. We may get into that later, though.
Yeah.
And again, back to our guest. If you guys don't remember, he is the one that did get us the record light, our official record light, made that for us. So again, thank you. I say we do get to the Super Bowl. Before we do that, what are we watching on the iPad behind you that you can't see?
We didn't get to that.
So Pagnasty's TV's broken, and
it's not broken. It's just we don't have it plugged in, and it's a flat screen, but it's not a smart TV. So I have nothing. Like we could plug it in if it's a smart TV, pull up YouTube on it. Yeah. But I gave I think it was to Rob. I gave him my Chromecast like a long time ago because he wanted to use it, and so I just don't have anything to connect to it.
You're never gonna get that back.
No, that's fine.
So you guys were gonna start the podcast without it. And I was like, well, you got an iPad or something? Like, I was about ready to pull it up on my phone just to keep the tradition alive.
He was about ready to leave. He's like, you know what? I came here expecting a professional show. Like, I came here for this, and then you guys are like, oh, we don't need this and this. Like, we were like, look, don't leave. Like, you came all this way.
Yeah, and you already saved our asses once. We're like, because we have it like you brought the table that we always use for BDC Studios, and we always put a blanket over it. So, to help reduce somewhat of the sound.
Yeah.
And you were trying to hit something. He's like, the blanket, I just can't get over there. Joey looks around, and boom, there's on my desk, there's a mouse pad. He's like, here. I was like, it's my desk. How did I even not fucking think of that?
I'm resourceful.
Yeah.
Thank Jesus Joey's on point. Because I am not.
Nope.
I don't know why.
Nope, it's all right. It's new settings. We'll settle in.
We'll
We'll get to it. So
the what's playing on YouTube right now is a wing eating competition.
Yeah.
That's the search. We'll see what it gets into. It'll probably roll into hot ones.
Let's hope. They know they're a sponsor of their show.
It's like you've watched this before. Bring it up.
If we look up there and they have the Tonelli's wing eating contest from 09,
I'll shit myself.
too.
Have you told that on the podcast before?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You should. Anyway, you should just tell it anyway.
Yeah, I could. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
I can tell now. Whatever you want.
Yeah. Let's save that. We'll write it down. We'll get back to it. It's absolutely phenomenal story. Since the Super Bowl, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I guess was that it?
Yeah.
This is the Super Bowl's coming up. Now, people who are listening to this, the Super Bowl is tomorrow. We're recording this on February 3rd. So we have not seen it. When you're listening to this, the Super Bowl is going to be a week ago. So you are going to know. And it'll probably go up on that Friday. So it'll even be before a week. Be on the 9th day. And so you guys are already going to know what's going to happen. But we're going to make our predictions here, solid. And then you guys be able to tweet us and say how bad or how great we are. So
yeah. I'm the Super Bowl for me is bittersweet.
Yeah,
because I love football, and you know me, I don't love NFL football, so college football is fucking everything.
Right,
it's everything. Mm-hmm. So I watch it all season. My favorite time of the year is December. You got all these bowl games on, and then those start coming to a close, and then by the time that's over, boom, you got NFL playoffs, which that's really the only thing that matters.
Yeah,
because regular season football, it's exciting. You could tell people don't give a shit. You could be 500. And still make the playoffs, so I'm like, whatever. But when it's playoffs time, that's a completely different story. So
absolutely,
I love it.
And you know me, I love the NFL, mm-hmm. So it's major. And we talked about how I did go to the Chiefs playoff game and they lost, to the Titans. So that's still a sore spot. But yeah, man, this is I absolutely love the NFL playoffs. So I get excited. Not as much as you do probably for bowl week, and I enjoy bowl mania and stuff. But I don't know, just something about the NFL. I've always, ever since I was a kid, I love the Husker football more than anything. I'd rather watch them, go to the game. But, Chiefs are right behind them and stuff like that. So
it's cool because everybody talks about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like you can, everywhere you go, are you ready for the Super Bowl? It's small talk or whatever.
Right.
It's something other than weather you could talk about. Right. And somebody else will be like, oh, yeah, I know what the Super Bowl is. Yeah. We could talk about this.
And even if you don't like football, a lot of people will watch it for, the commercials or maybe the halftime show or something. People who aren't into football, I think it even draws in them, sometimes, or makes it more like a family. JPEGs watches football, but I know at this point she's like, I can't fucking wait for the Super Bowl to be over because then we don't gotta watch football for nothing. But it's okay. Basketball's coming to us, so they're getting into their playoffs and shit. Which I know you're not a round ball fan, but
definitely not. But around that time of year, it's fun. I fell out of bracket and all that shit too. But how do you feel about the two teams that made it to the Super Bowl? Both of you guys.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I know the thing is, I'm not surprised by like anything. The one thing I am surprised at, for people who don't know, who maybe not watch football, but it's the New England Patriots versus the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people after Carson Wentz went down, I don't think they thought that they would make it that far. So I think people are surprised at that. I know I've just been watching them a lot in their defense, and they had a lot of hype. So I just, at this point, the only time I probably would be surprised is if the Chiefs ever make it to the Super Bowl, And then, of course, the Patriots, who just been, kicking ass this is what, their 10th Super Bowl, and they're going for their 6th win. Like, if they win, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick alone will have as many rings as the Steelers, and the Steelers have the most Super Bowl wins. Yeah. And they'll also tie for 6 total rings. But I mean, just for them to have as much as like one franchise. I mean, the all-time franchise, and then they could tie it. That's fucking insane. I know a lot of people hate Tom Brady, and I know it always sounds like I'm defending him, but I mean, you can't say he's not good. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's like within a 15-year span, isn't it?
No.
The first time they won was in 2002.
The first time they won the actual Super Bowl, I think, but they've been to 10 total, and I think they had gone to some earlier ones. I would have to look it up. I'm not that far into it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's just, I don't know. It's, whether they cheated to get which they probably did, but they just cheated better than the other team. If you're telling me that they're the only team that cheats in the NFL, it's crazy. And again, I'm not fucking on their side, but I'm just saying, people, I feel like, and I've said this, a big pet peeve is people complain about everything all the time. Like, you can just like enjoy. But again, I'm not like a die like if the Chiefs lose, I'm not like hit JPEGs or something like that. So
you don't need a reason to do that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You pet Fred, punch JPEG. That's how you relax.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's called balance.
So I guess maybe you could say you're a little surprised about the Eagles, but
early on, even before the playoffs, Eagles were my pick for the Super Bowl, and then once Carson Wentz got hurt, then I was like, they're probably not going to get. But they made it. They beat the shit out of Minnesota, who looked like complete dog shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that happened. I didn't think they were going to beat the Saints, and they had the miracle play against the Saints.
Yeah,
they got in the NFC Championship game, and then I was excited. We were excited. We watched it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I watched the whole game just because I like to see a complete train wreck. I'm like, oh, this is going to be... I have to watch it now, I enjoy that. So I watched it from the whole thing, and they just did not show up. They didn't play, but I still love... I'm a big Case Keenum fan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Vikings play. And then also, for the Patriots, I like to see... I mean, I'm not saying... I'm not... I am a hater, but...
Right.
I like to see perfection. I like to see good coaching. I like to see good plays.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, fuck them.
You don't want to see anybody win that much unless it's your team.
Because fuck the fans, first of all, and then fuck Tom Brady. I don't think he's the GOAT. Like, I would put Drew Brees in front of him. I would put Peyton Manning in front of him. I would put other people in front of him. But, and you're sucking. And then when I hear you sucking the Patriots' dick like you do, like, now it just makes me, like, it's in the pit of my gut, like, this pain. Like, just, But, no, I'm just kidding. But, no, if the Jaguars would have went in there, how great would that have been?
I agree. I would love to see that. Absolutely. I would have loved to have seen the Jaguars be there 100%.
Because have they ever won one,
I don't even think they've been to one.
Yeah, I don't think they've been to one. And that's the same thing, like, people want to see other teams do well, and like the same, like if Bama won the national championship game, which everybody was fucking pissed about.
Yeah.
Now if the Patriots win again, it's like, what a shitty football year,
It'd be the worst year of all time.
Like, fuck.
I'm sure they probably had done it because Bama's been a fucking dynasty as well. I mean, because didn't they won back to back? So they won last year. The Patriots won last year, so that was awful.
No, Clemson won.
Did they?
Clemson won.
Oh, that's right. They went to it. So
they went to it. Alabama, fuck Alabama. That's the thing. Like, nobody in their right mind wants to go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to go to college.
Right.
But nobody does. Nobody does. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. Like, it doesn't matter where you are. Because it used to be like, nobody's going to come to Nebraska. They want to go to Florida. They want to go to USC. They want to go to Texas. And Texas and Florida, USC is good this year. But, those teams suck.
Right.
People are going, their number one draft, the number one recruiting school for the last few years is Tuscaloosa, Alabama, because they're champions.
Right.
That's what nobody wants to go to fucking Alabama. That'd be my worst nightmare. Like, you want to go? They'd be like, you have a scholarship to play football at Alabama, or you could go back to Fort Benning, Georgia. And I'm like, send me to fucking Fort Benning. But nobody wants to. But if they're champions, so they get the number one recruiting class every year, and that's not going to change. and it's crazy to see like Texas looking like shit, Florida looks like shit, Nebraska looks like shit this year. 4 wins, come on. But
I think we had more than 4, right? Wasn't very many more than 4.
I don't.
Did they get 5?
They beat Purdue. They might have got 5.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
It's just forgettable.
Let's not even talk about that. Anyway, the Eagles, I don't know. They look so good, but then against the Falcons, which the Falcons are, I mean, they went to the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
I think they won 15-10. They had a goal line stand at the end. Their defense really hung in there for them. I don't know. They say Belichick's a fucking wizard, and then Tom Brady's the fucking GOAT, allegedly. Fuck him. I don't believe that. I do believe in Belichick. The 30 for 30 on the 2 Bills the other day, and I did watch that, and Belichick is a genius, and he's great, and he prepares his players. And then, they have a lot of talent on there, but I'll give you right now, my lock pick is the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
I say no. I think Tom Brady goes in there. Actually, I have not. I just wanted to put it against you. I want to see the Eagles win 100%. You know what I mean? I definitely would love to. Because did they have a Super? They don't have a Super Bowl win. They've been to a couple. And then was it like 05 or 06 they lost? Like McNabb lost to the Patriots. That might have been the first one that you were talking about. I think
that was they had McNabb and they had Terrell Owens.
Yeah,
I think. But.
Yoda's Dio.
But it's just I think the thing is I can see it either way. But I think I think Brady goes in and I think he puts on a clinic and I think he maybe not a clinic, but I think the Patriots come out with the win. So I hope I'm wrong, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, they got guys help. Gronk's healthy.
Gronk's back, yeah.
Adams healthy. Hopefully, Rex Burkhead gets some play.
Yeah.
Nate Gary gets some play. You know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good game. But I'd love to see the Eagles get win. If they do win, the city of Philadelphia
is going to burn to the ground. Win or lose, they're gonna burn to the ground.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Molina? How's he? I haven't really talked to him about the game yet because I know he's probably nervous.
I haven't talked to him about it.
I mean, he'd be like, oh, no, they're going to win, like, for sure, absolutely. Yeah. So
he probably turned his phone off. It's like, I can't think about it. No taunting.
Yeah. And he's going to get shit, especially if they lose, like, because he's a big social media person. We've talked before. So, I mean, I hope he's just going to catch a wave of shit. So, I hope they win. I don't think it's going to happen though. I think it's the Patriots. What about you, Joey?
I've noticed every time I've watched the Patriots, which is like not a lot.
Yeah, because you're not a big NFL guy.
I like watching it, but when it comes to NFL, I'd rather do laundry.
Yeah, Spencer and I tried to get you to be like a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, I've been into the Chiefs a lot more since I've become a Chief fan.
Right.
But so it's fun, and we went to a game this year, and with my brother and a few of his future in-laws. Right. And they lost to the Steelers, and I caught shit for that. I was like, well, now I can't go to another Chiefs game.
Right, yeah, because I think it was Spencer and I talked about it. It's your fault because they went on that.
Yeah, because they were 5-0, played the Steelers when I went. Now they're 5-1, and then
they went on a skid, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know that was your fault, Joey. I would have been.
The 6-5 Steelers, they were 5-0. God, that video was great. But I think the Patriots are unfortunately going to win just because I feel like Tom Brady is the fucking GOAT. Mm-hmm. And
just for what you know.
But I don't think they're going to be ahead at halftime. My prediction at halftime is 10-14 Eagles, and then they're just going to come back and do the same thing that they did fucking last year.
Okay, yeah. Jesus,
they give that little bit of hope going into halftime, and then they're just like, we're kidding. We got the B12 shots in the knees. No one can feel a thing. We're going to dominate, and it's just end score 42-28.
Yeah, you don't even think it's going to be close. I think it'll be close. Most of the Super Bowls lately have been, pretty damn good games. Yeah. So, but yeah, those predictions, people will be like, they're going to be listening to this and be like, no, you fucking idiots. Like, yeah, spicy. Don't even know what he's talking about. It was like a 10-10 game going into the final minute. Jesus. Which that's you just never know. So, but I just love how people could be so confident, in the march. Like, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah. And then you got your people out there that are like, oh, the NFL is rigged, it's scripted and shit like that. And I think those people are fucking idiots.
Right.
Like, there's no way you could get, unless only certain refs knew, that's the only way you could do it. You can't, I don't believe in any conspiracy when you have more than like 10 people in it.
Right.
That's a big, like, a conspiracy in the NFL that, like, to make it like a wrestling.
Right.
People that don't know wrestling is scripted.
Yeah, the WWE.
But like if there's way too many fucking people that would leak information or it's not, unless it was like a few refs that are in it, like they're betting or whatever, which happened in the NBA, which could happen, but it's not a NFL wide thing.
Right.
People are like, oh, this is fake. It's all fake.
Because
it's like a soap opera.
Well, it would leak out, and then the people who aren't winning, would be pissed that they're not making the money that the winners are and stuff. So
right.
I agree. I don't think it's scripted. Again, maybe some people know to throw calls, and that's everybody always complains about the refs in every fucking game. So which it's a hard game, and there are sometimes you're like, come on.
Yeah.
But to be there, with the call and shit. Yeah. So.
Oh, go ahead, Joey.
Like when the ref was celebrating with the Patriots in the end zone?
Yeah.
That's a little suspicious.
I mean, I don't know, because I'll listen to people on both ends. Like, no, he was like this. If you look before, he was already laughing, and they came around him. Like, to me, there's no way, because he's on TV. Like, if he's going to make it that obvious that he's throwing the game, like, he would be fired instantly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, again, I know it sounds like I'm on the Patriots' dick, but...
Yeah, you are.
Sorry, I listen to 2 podcasts, and they're both big Patriots fans, so I just hear all this shit.
Yeah, and I think about it in my head, like, should they review penalties? But then that would just make the game so much longer.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't do it. So I went to, I work, creating games and stuff like that part-time. I went to a high school basketball game, a rivalry game a couple weeks ago. And the game just goes like bang, bang, bang. Game's over. Everybody's celebrating because they don't have 5-minute media timeouts every 10 minutes. They don't have these commercial breaks, and they don't have challenges. They just play, and that's basketball. But still, the same thing with football. If you go to a high school football game, there's no media timeout. And I think that would suck so bad. Like if you're playing, because when you're playing, a lot of whatever sport it is, you have momentum. Right. You're going off of momentum. So, you're just playing, the coach calls a timeout, but instead of a 30-second timeout, media timeout. So then it's 5 minutes. You're sitting there just listening to the coach, fuck, it sucks, So every game, they're complaining about it in college baseball, College World Series. Games are 4 hours. Football games are 4 hours. All these games are just getting longer and longer. Now, football is worse because in college, you have your automatic, every play is reviewed. So they're, reviewing shit that's, should be concrete, right there, but instead, they're going to review it, and it takes 2 minutes, and then, of course, you got to show a couple commercials in there, and then, so it's just fuck, but that's got to fuck with momentum and all that shit. So there's so many penalties, these pass interference penalties, especially in the NFL, because they're spot fouls.
Right.
40-yard penalties, the Saints got fucked up a bunch of times against the Vikings. I'm you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Right.
But if you did, you're already reviewing all these plays and fucking challenges. If you started reviewing penalties, then now you have 5-hour games, and nobody's got fucking time for that.
No. And a lot of people have been saying that. Yeah. They're definitely going longer. So, Super Bowl's a big thing. I don't mind that going long, especially with the halftime show and stuff like that. So, but no, man, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think I just want a good game. Either way, honestly, I would love to see the Eagles win. I just want a good game. I want it to be fucking close. I want it to be hard hitting. Just great football. Mm-hmm. So.
You're talking about commercials over at lunch. What do you feel about the Super Bowl commercials?
I watch it to watch the game. It's kind of cool to have some awesome commercials. Yeah. One thing that I don't like is when they're leaking them online before, and so it fucking pisses me off. I want the whole experience of watching it, because I think it's a big event. It's the biggest event, probably in the United States, definitely in sports, for sure. So to see commercials, who's gonna be in what commercials for who, don't fucking spoil that. And I hate any type of spoiler alerts. I know we watch Hot Ones all the time, and how they always show that one clip in front of the person reacting to one of the wings before they get to the episode. Oh, yeah. I always mute that so I don't have to hear it, because I don't want to know any of that. I do that with any of the shows or whatever I watch. I muted, don't show me. I don't mind for TV, because a lot of the times it's not they don't show too much, but there are some shows where, and they just do it so quick, but you catch a person. I watched MTV The Challenge. I fucking love that show, absolutely love it. But they usually upcoming on this season, and you might see one person oh, will they come into the game? That's I would rather just be surprised when it happens. So. To
me it makes, and I know what we were saying. To me, it makes sense to do it for a TV show. Or show a trailer for a movie, even though some trailers, they show the whole fucking
I think they should just do
luckily I got a bad memory.
Yeah, exactly.
I get to the movie and watch it. I don't remember, but
who's this? Vince Vaughn?
What? No. But I don't. I don't see it. People being like, "What were you gonna do Sunday?" Like, well, I was gonna fucking go to Bed Bath & Beyond, if we had enough time, whatever. But I saw that so and so is gonna be in this commercial, so now I'm probably gonna watch the Super Bowl. Like, I don't see leaking commercials is gonna, because that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
get more people to watch
absolutely.
the Super Bowl. But I don't think a commercial is gonna be like, because you're either gonna watch the Super Bowl or you're not. Like, I'm with you. I'll watch this. I hate commercials. I don't have cable, but for sports. And I usually change the channel.
Right.
For the Super Bowl, sometimes I'll just watch it. Especially, and then a Super Bowl is an event where sometimes you have a bunch of people. So then if there's a bunch of people, I'm not flipping channels like I am if it's just me watching. So I'll watch it, but then I'll see a couple commercials and I'm like, yeah, that's okay. But still, most of them are shit.
Another reason why I love it, especially as of the past 2 years, is watching the commercials. Like, it made me enjoy it more. And then hop on Twitter to see how Twitter's reacting to it. Yeah, because sometimes they get roasted or they'll put funny stuff, about it. So, like, to experience that with a lot of other people is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I should just fucking put my phone away and spend time with my family and watch the game, but that's not going to happen.
Twitter is family.
It's all about what's happening now. It's like, I want to see Lady Gaga get roasted on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
As it's happening.
Dude, every time something big happens, like an upset or something just big happens, I go to Twitter, because when Twitter is going to be exploding.
Yeah.
And the instant memes following something
that's
happening.
The best.
Can you imagine if the halftime show, another nipple comes out?
Right.
It's like memes, GIFs, videos within like 2 minutes.
There's people that are locked and loaded with them, I bet.
100%. Absolutely. They got kind of an idea, but then just to pull, I love NFL memes, and I'm sure they probably steal their stuff, or I know people send it into them to come up, but they always come up with some funny shit, so, and just to see all the different stuff, and people steal that and make it like their own, but I know there's parallel thinking, and everybody has, their own ideas and shit, but, man, shouts out to memes, I fucking love them.
Oh, that's so good.
For sure,
That's
but,
so good.
but yeah, so those are our fucking picks, and I know... Excuse me. I'm sure I've talked about this before, but one of my favorite, and I love always watching with people because Rob, my boy Rob, he's been on the podcast before. We always do a $20 bet on the coin flip, and I know there's so many, and I think we take turns picking, whoever wins, and I think overall he's probably up on me 3-1 or 3-2 or something like that. So so I definitely do those bets, and then another one, shouts out Gamma for telling me about this, but we always bet on what color the Gatorade is going to be.
Nice.
And so usually how we do it is we if you want to, there's a couple different ways. I think the first year we just if you put $5 in or you do winner take all, and it's a drawing. So you just draw whatever you get, and you could do no show or we'll do clear, but you have all of them. And then Rob came up with a good way. I don't remember exactly how we did it, but a good way where you could kind of pick, and it's just first come first serve. If it's not there, you have to choose, or something maybe like that. But that's always, and Gamma told me about that, and I've done almost every Super Bowl since. Okay. And so when you get a big group of people, it's always fun to bet on that color.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to get into that because I do want to get into gambling, both casino gambling, gambling on games. I most of the time when I'm gambling, it's just between a group,
right.
I won't say at work.
Right, because it's just a group of friends.
Yeah, so it's a group of friends. There's 10 of us. We bet on fucking everything. And sometimes we'll bet through a bookie kind of deal. Right. So I wanted to talk about some of and prop bets are the best.
Oh yeah.
We've even bet with the bookie when it was when they were doing the presidential election and they were having their debates. We were betting, and we put money in it, and we were like, all right, how many times is Trump going to say "Make America Great Again"? What's the over/under? And we threw money on all that.
Yeah, those are the funnest and the best. And you can, and you might be getting into this, I might be jumping the gun, but all the different bets on, you can bet an over/under for the time, how long the halftime show is going to last.
You can do that for the national anthem too.
Yeah, how long they're going to, just those are the best. You can do anything and everything because there's so many people watch it. So
I'd like to go over some of these, and then we could just do a quick. Along with, it's too bad this isn't coming out before the Super Bowl, because then you guys could just be boom, I'm throwing $1,000 in on these bets.
Right.
This podcast could potentially be worth $1 million, assuming who bets.
Easily.
So, of course, the coin toss, and the odds are split there, heads or tails. Then they have, will the team that chooses heads or tails in the coin toss be correct? That's a split thing. Pink is singing the national anthem.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that. She'll crush it.
She'll crush it for sure. So it says, how long will it take Pink to sing the U.S. national anthem? The over/under is 2 minutes.
She goes just over.
It's over is favored.
I think she goes just over.
Over is favorited. So if you go over, you're not going to win as much money. If it goes under, you're going to win money. The average is 1 minute and 58.6 seconds.
Yeah, I think she goes over. She's going to hold one of those notes, maybe the free note.
Yeah, and that's the average national anthem. That's not doing the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is probably the biggest time you can sing the national anthem, you know? What color will Pink's hair be when she starts to sing the national anthem? I don't know why it says starts. Did her hair dyed?
Maybe she throws a wig off, or I guess if a wig falls off,
yeah,
would that count
that's
too?
True.
Yeah,
Well,
The
favorite is white and blonde, and then you have pink and red, green, blue, purple, brown and black. But
I would love it if it was blue and purple.
favorite is white and blonde. So
Yeah, probably.
you're not going to win money if you bet. I mean, you have to bet more.
big,
Yeah. Will Pink be airborne at any time during the national anthem?
Great. No,
Yeah. That's the odds are saying she won't.
I
jump
don't.
in
I mean,
the
not
air.
for the national anthem. I wouldn't think so.
just-
But that's a fucking great
That is
bet.
great.
I bet. How much would you win? Does it give odds?
Yeah, so it's-
like what are the
it's-
odds for her actually being in the air?
If plus 300. So if you
Oh,
bet
shit.
100,
You would win 3.
You would win 3.
Yeah.
If you bet, it's minus 500. So you have to bet $500 to win $100.
Yeah.
So, and those aren't minimums or maximums. Just I like using 100
Yeah, it's just
because
easier.
it's easier math because I suck at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look who you guys are listening to.
Will Pink forget?
Think about that since look who you're listening to.
Will Pink forget or omit a word from the national anthem?
I think she'll crush that. There hasn't been who was it? Was it Christina Aguilera messed up a name?
I think so.
And
I
like
think
what's
you're
so
right.
funny is like they put out a stat like as like within the minute of her messing up, like the Google search for the national anthem lyrics like went up by like so it's like people like weren't for sure like
I don't even know if that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
I just think that shit's funny.
Yeah.
Good little history lesson. Like that word's in it. Really?
Right.
So I guess Pink's from Philly because there's multiple questions here. Will Pink say Eagles before, during, or after the national anthem? And the favorite is no. Will Pink wear a Philadelphia Eagles shirt or hat while singing the national anthem? It's favorited no, but it's only minus 250.
Okay.
So
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
who will be shown first on TV during the national anthem? Tom Brady or Nick Foles? They're saying Tom Brady. It has the odds.
They get into
Teams to
everything.
score first. Will Carson Wentz be mentioned? How many times will Giselle Bundchen, Tom Brady's wife, be mentioned? The over/under is at 1.5.
Really?
So you can't tie it, so it's either twice or
More than
less.
twice,
Yeah.
or I would think.
I'd go over. Like, well,
I would.
like,
I would think that you would have to say they would for sure at least show her once.
They'll probably show her.
So
Yeah.
do they? So what was the bet that they say or that they show?
How many times will she be mentioned? So
So does that mean they have to
say
speak?
it. So I think at least once they'll probably be like, oh, there's.
I'd go with 2. Over.
I think if the Patriots are up big, like it's more of an over because then they'll like show her celebrate. Yeah, if they end up winning, maybe they're like, oh, there's Giselle with the family.
It's like they have
but
nothing else
do
to talk about.
Do you think it's a real relationship, or do you think it's like, because Tom Brady's gay?
Right. I mean,
We've
it's
talked about that on the podcast.
he,
It's like a
he probably
show.
helps her out with her fashion.
Right. That's. I think he's.
Right.
I think
It's his own fashion line. Just over
yeah.
But could you imagine that family where she is like worth 10 times or however much
that's
more,
crazy.
and he's worth a shit ton.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
He actually hops in his Honda Civic and goes to work every day.
And I've said it before, and people thought it was crazy, but I think Giselle looks like a transsexual,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
She's hot, but she looks like she might have a dick.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm not saying that would not make her less hot. I'm not saying that would make her more hot. Even I'm just saying she probably has a dick, and if she has a dick, Tom Brady probably loves it. And I'm not blaming him for it. Oh, I get it.
Are you looking up pictures?
She's got a strong chin.
She's got a strong chin. She's probably like 6'9". I mean,
Yeah, I'd smash though.
she's probably got a big dick too.
Lucky.
Clitter dick.
Yeah, glitter dick.
All right, what other best?
There's like who's going to be mentioned first? Robert Kraft, Jeff Lurie, who will be mentioned first? Bill Belichick, Doug Peterson, who will be shown first? Robert Kraft, like just stuff like that. How many times will Janet Jackson be mentioned during the broadcast? And it's 1.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So again, that's short.
I could probably go under on
What-
that.
what-
Unless she is actually.
No, I don't. Unless she shows up.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Right.
unless she.
And I don't think they're going to let her show up. Not in Trump's America. What color will Justin Timberlake's shoes be when he begins his halftime show performance?
Nice.
The favorite is white, and then you have a bunch of different options. Yellow is your plus 2,000.
Oh my!
So if you put if you put $10 on yellow, and he comes out with yellow, I don't know the math there. That's why I got to go with 100. If you bet 100, which you know what he would do, that he wears yellow shoes,
You just
would
take a
win
zero off.
You would win $2,000. Oh, so you win $10, you win $200.
Yeah, yeah, you
If
just
he
take a
comes
zero
out with yellow shoes, JT, let us know. We'll give you a
I
kickback.
love him. I'm pumped. Like I said, I like the whole spectacle. So, and everybody knows he's my man crush. So one of them. So I'm pretty pumped that he's on there.
All right. So here's some other ones. Will JT be wearing a hat? No is even. Yes is.
Yeah.
The yes
Yeah,
is the
it's
money.
favorite.
Yes is where the money is.
Yeah.
Will he cover a Prince song during halftime show?
Yes.
Yes.
I bet he does.
That's
I
the
bet he
money's-
does.
The money is Vegas is saying yes.
Yeah.
Will members of NSYNC perform with JT?
No. Well, I just
No
saw an
favorite.
article where he had said that he ruled out the NSYNC reunion and like some other guests. Janet Jackson. I didn't read the article, so Janet Jackson may be in there. You know.
Yeah.
I was hoping because we were just talking about this at lunch. Like, I didn't grow up in the 90s, but I mean I did, but I was like super young. I was in high school, in the early 2000s, and so but I grew up listening to NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. So I love all 90s music. I absolutely NSYNC is by far my favorite boy band. So yeah, absolutely, just fucking kill it. And so it came up because we're always saying J-Pax and I are so opposite. So she's a big
Backstreet
she's a
Boys.
big Backstreet Boy fan, and I was like, well, I mean, I said I had the trump card because JT is like the biggest star out of all of them. But in her defense, Backstreet Boys are still together and touring, I think.
They're doing well, I really wanted to work their show because
Yeah.
of course.
We're filling up drinks, ladies and gentlemen. If you couldn't tell, so you get a little parched here.
No, I really wanted to work the Backstreet Boys show just because of the audience was going to be MILF City,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, for sure.
it would have been fun to work that. But when they were in town, I was either on shift or something, but couldn't do it. So.
Hell yeah.
Here's an interesting one. How many times will the Rocky statue in Philadelphia be shown during the broadcast? And it's the
One.
over under is 1. So, but
Yeah.
since it's not in Philly, I don't know if they'll show that. But
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah, and there's somebody who's probably betting on every single one of these.
Oh yeah, for sure. What color will the Gatorade be that is poured onto the game? So that's
Yeah,
what
what's
you always
the?
do.
I mean, because you can look up on the
There's no-
average and
Yeah, the favorite is
orange. Because you got
lime, green, yellow.
It's probably because of the. You gotta think if they're gonna do it to match the color of the team. So I think that probably differs. So that would make sense. That it's that because if the Eagles do win, maybe it's a green Gatorade or whatever.
But it's lime, green, yellow, and then orange, then red, then clear or water, then blue, and then purple.
Yeah.
So
There was one time where we were playing and we thought it was clear, and one person wanted. Then when they showed the replay and it was at a different angle, we noticed it was purple. So that was fucking real high, low for somebody, and somebody low high. So
will Nipplegate be said during the broadcast?
will Nipplegate? No, that will not be said on the broadcast.
No's a heavy favorite. Yes is 5 plus 500. So you bet $10, you
yeah.
get $50 on that. Will Al Michaels refer to the spread of the game? No's a favorite there.
They just sometimes I feel like they're just to win money. They're just
Yeah.
gonna come up with everything. So
Will there be an onside kick attempt? Will anybody except Brady or Foles take a snap?
I think remember a couple of Super Bowls ago where either the Patriots got safetied or the first points of the game were a safety.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody had
the
put
Broncos with the Broncos
In Seattle?
Seahawks.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I mean, somebody won. I just remember the year. I remember seeing an article where a guy won like $200,000 because he put like $1,000 on it or something. Yeah. That's
Well, the odds against like a safety being the first point scored would be
Yeah.
incredible. It's like the biggest bet in UFC because we've bet MMA.
Yeah.
I can't say UFC because Dana White doesn't give us a kickback when we bring it up, so we just say MMA now or Bellator even because fuck UFC,
Yeah.
fuck Dana. But no, like if you bet on a draw,
Yeah.
Those are always the best. Well, so and so win by knockout. Will they win by finish? Will they win by submission? Whatever. Will it go to a draw? And the odds are always like plus 5,000. So even if you bet $5 on every fight, yeah, I've never seen a draw probably in the UFC.
Right.
But if you bet like $5 that this fight's gonna end in a draw and you win, you're winning like $5,000.
Make it right.
It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that'd be the same. Like if you bet on a safety to be the first point scored.
Hell yeah. Say any other interesting
No,
ones?
like colors of like Belichick.
Whoa. Jesus. Racist. We do get a little racist here.
Yeah. How many times will Tom Brady's age be mentioned during the game? 5 is the over-under.
Jesus. That's quite a few.
How many times will the temperature outside the stadium be mentioned? And it's 1.
I bet it's
would-
more than that because
yeah.
it's going to be cold.
I would definitely go over on that one.
Well,
and that's the
see,
favorite.
how do these go? Or is it like from the start of the game? Because like if you're doing pre-broadcast, of course, right before they kick off, they're gonna say the temperature, and then I'm sure like who's calling the game? Is it? It's not Gruden because he's coaching, but
Yeah,
who
I don't
has
know.
it this year?
I don't know.
And I wouldn't think it's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman because they did a championship game, or maybe it is because I know they rotate.
Yeah,
I don't know, and that's and this is another thing that goes back to people hating all the time. Every set of announcers, people are always like, "Oh, this person's on that person's dick. This person's on that." I'm like, just fucking enjoy that they're fine. You know what I mean? I hate I love Chris Collinsworth. I like him as an announcer, and he always gets shit. Like I remember at the beginning of this season, they're like, "Oh, NFL memes put up a thing." They're like, "Oh, so glad to be back," and they just did like the first opening line that Chris Collinsworth said like halfway through, and they're like, "Nope, change channel."
Yeah, I don't.
And I was just like, "Come on."
See, I don't like Chris Collinsworth at all. I loved Monday Night Football because I loved Mike Tirico and I loved John Gruden.
Yeah, it is Joey with the save again. It is Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and then Michelle Tafoya on the sideline.
Jesus Christ. And every Sunday night it would be Chris Collins and they're just like, oh, this guy's not working hard enough. Kind of like just a negative. Like Mike Tirico and John Gruden.
Fucking negative people.
They could do every football game. I love those guys.
Who? Who'd you say?
John Gruden and Mike Tirico.
Yeah, well,
my favorite.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I do like some more than the others, but
They
it's
did
just
Monday
like the
night.
solid hate.
Yeah,
but
they did Monday night. Sunday night was Chris Collins.
Well, Gruden won't be there. He's coaching now.
He's coaching.
He got paid as
Yeah,
well.
Al Michaels and Chris Collins. You might as well fucking mute it or watch the Spanish channel. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. That's awful. Total times Donald Trump tweets on February 4th. That's not even that's just the whole 5 is the over-under. Will Donald Trump be mentioned on the broadcast?
Excuse me.
Will Donovan McNabb's vomiting incident from Super Bowl 39 get mentioned during the broadcast?
1, I'm guessing.
It's just yes or no, and no is favorited, which I agree. I would bet that. That's a fucking good bet right there.
Yeah.
You know?
They might. I mean, they do flash back. To
You win
other-
20. You bet $25 on that. You win $10.
Yeah.
Why would they remember that time? Well, it's those old fucks.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be talking about old. Remember when Don McNabb vomited during the Super Bowl 39?
Is there? Trust me. Is there going to be like there's got to be an over or yes or no if there's going to be another power outage? That's got to be one of them.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Will Terrell Owens be mentioned? No. Will Tom Brady's jersey be stolen again?
They like up security on that shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then, like, will a flea flicker be thrown? Will somebody throw more than 400 yards? Team to score last in the game. Will a team that scores first win the game? Will either team score 3 unanswered times in the game? And then they have, you have bets on odds for who's going to win MVP. You have bets for how many first downs each team's going to get.
Nice.
So, and then it keeps going. So, I don't want to get into all these, but yeah, there's so many. And then you could bet on the normal bets are your over under,
right,
and then your point spread and points in the first half, points in the second half. Like you got, you keep going for. There's 1,000 bets on here.
I hope people listening are into sports, because if not, these first 4 to 3 minutes are brutal.
You could bet on the exact number of touchdowns total by team.
So, are you putting any money on anything like that? Or?
No. I'm not going to put any money on anything.
Just no. He doesn't have all these, but no, I'm not. Nope. But that's still fucking awesome. I would love to go through and maybe just do like something, like just try to bet on everyone just one time.
Yeah, if I was with a group of people tomorrow, I would try to get something going
like the Gatorade one or something simple. Yeah.
Because we talked about it like how we do with the we do like a 4-teamer, 3-teamer, 4-teamer, and we do a parlay, and everybody puts $5 in. So we'll all usually pick like just a winner by spread. So and how that works is, and we've won them before, and we've lost most of them because how a parlay bet works is, and you could parlay just the win loss off of a spread.
Okay.
And you could put prop bets in there too.
Right.
But as long as, like, say you bet a 4 whatever parlay, all 4 things you bet on have to win, or nobody wins.
That's insane.
Your whole bet loses. So of course, since this is a 4 teams or 4 games, it's like a multiplier. So you win a shit ton of money, or if one team doesn't cover the spread, everybody loses. So how we would do it is we would have 4 of us. All right, pick your lock. I'll pick my lock. Whatever. And I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna bet on I don't know, Virginia Tech beat Miami or whatever, and then somebody else picks another team. We put that bet in. As long as all 4 teams win, we're gonna win a couple $100. If we lose, we owe 20. It's a $20 bet total. But like, say your team covers, Pags, and Joey, your team covers, and then Fred's team covers, but my team doesn't cover, then I have to cover the whole bet. So since we all lose, I have to pay $20.
Yeah.
Or if me and Fred lose, we pay $10 a piece, and then since you guys won your bet, you don't have to pay that. So we would do that.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, and then if we let it, and then say we all 4 win, we win $280. Let that ride in next week. What's your lock? And then nobody pays. But if we lose, then
right.
So, but yeah, I love. And we talked about this. I gamble a lot on anything.
Right. Yeah.
Whether it's a $1 bet or a $5 bet, like football Saturdays, college football Saturdays. And it's more fun doing it in a group.
Right.
Because I think, and I want to hear your casino story real quick. And I do. We can't get into, if you want to talk about it, we can't get into casino betting, but I think it just makes it more fun. And when you're betting between people, whether it's a death pool or whether it's a football Saturday and it's just a pick 'em, or whether I've done it at home with the boys even. I got the boys gambling probably.
Bet mom's home 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
Fuck again.
I was telling Cameron, I'm like, hopefully they're not going to school. Like, oh man, I'll bet you $5 that Eagles win the Super Bowl. But I got like we'll do a pick 'em, like we'll pull up all 10 or 12 fights for like a MMA fights.
Right.
And we'll circle them and whatever. But yeah, we could talk about casino. I do want to talk about
because you and I were talking about that last night. Like, do you go to the casino a lot, Joey? Or
yeah, once in a while we'll go up and spend the weekend up in Council Bluffs and hit at the casino. The worst part's the smoking, so it's like unless I'm on like a hot streak, it's like we'll spend maybe an hour or two. Or something.
What do you do? What's your game?
I've had some good luck with roulette recently, and there's some random slot machines that have paid out quite well. Other than that, usually it's just roulette and random slot machines.
Yeah,
I haven't ventured into like blackjack, which I know a lot of people win money.
Yeah, because he was telling me about it last night, and we know Rob loves to do it. But I just, my mom and grandma go to the casino a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, but it's just like something my grandma does. My mom goes with her, but they love the slot machines. But I always feel like they always win though.
Right.
Like, and I know a lot of people are like, it's because people don't tell you how much they lose. And they're like upfront, like, oh, I lost my ass off, but they always seem like, oh, I came out $100 ahead, came out $50 ahead, like came out $900 ahead. I'm like, Jesus. So I just always, had heard that. So, and I don't mind playing them, but I wish I could get into like card games. But I would want to like know how to play really well, like go and sit just like with a dealer or maybe like somebody else who is new. Because you can kind of get into it about like, when you're sitting and like you do the wrong thing, you fuck everybody over. And like I said, I'll sit there and I watch Rob play and it's fun, but again, it's not my money. So, it's his. But yeah, he was saying you love blackjack. So.
Yeah, I'll get into blackjack a little bit, but I can't wait to hear Joey talk about roulette because I've played roulette a few times and it is super fun and there's so many ways to bet.
Yeah.
So with blackjack, I got into blackjack because when I first got out of active duty Army, I left Korea. I went home. I lived with my mom for a while, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Shouts out Mama Brown.
Yeah, shouts out Mama Brown. So I had a friend, Linda. She lived in a big house, and she had a boyfriend, Adam, who looked like JT. Back then, JT had the afro. He was a white dude with a blonde afro. And
The ramen noodles.
ramen noodle. And my buddy Wesley, who I still talk to now, and I guess I still talk to all of them, not often, but 4 of us lived in the house, and I worked days at the time. Linda and Adam worked at the casino as dealers for blackjack. So I didn't like it, and I won't get into this too much, but they stayed up, they worked overnights, and they stayed up all night. And on their 2 days off a week, they were like, we're just going to keep our schedule. So they would just stay up all night and sleep during the day. So they would always...
which is like, what? It's a smart move.
Smart, right?
I mean, you obviously, being that young and shit, that's what I would do too.
Because I worked nights for years. Because I used to work at the casino for security later on. And I used to work nights. So, and I would... Like my last day off, I think I would go home, take a 2-hour nap, and then stay up all day, and then try to sleep at night like a normal person. And
right? Did you like the security job, or
no?
Do you ever have to like throw somebody out, or?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like for just being drunk, or?
Oh yeah, all the time. I was this is a different topic. We can go here. So I applied for security. I worked American Security, and I worked at UP, and I worked at First National Bank. And then I applied for Nebraska Furniture Mart, and they told me that I didn't have the qualifications to work security there. And I was like, I was in the Army for 4 years as like a team leader, as in an infantry company.
You don't have the quality. Man, fuck NFM.
Yeah, no shit.
And fuck it, because...
What's your IKEA furniture?
Yeah, because my brother used to work there, and he fucking... I think you hate any job you work, but still, fuck them.
No, but it was just kind of...
Oh, sorry, sir, no, you put your life on the line for this country. You were deployed. You were infantry for 4 years. Sorry, you can't protect this fucking furniture.
Yeah, I could pull security in the jungle, in the middle of the night by myself, like scanning, like anywhere in the desert, swamps, whatever. I'm pretty sure I could protect the furniture store. All I need is a radio and a flashlight. But no, they said no.
Maybe they were worried you were going to protect it too much.
Yeah.
Yo, man, you've been sitting on that sectional for about an hour. I think it's time to go. You got a home?
Or they're like cooking the books and they think I'm going to come in there. And
oh, my God. No, just cut me in. Just like 0.5% just to look the other way. That's all I need.
Yeah, so I applied for Harris Casino, and the dude there was like, man, you're pretty sharp. You want to be like a team lead.
Yeah. And but you know what? You can't watch the break room. You can't watch furniture. You just don't have that in you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I fucking is so annoying to me.
Dude, to me, that was... It was like... What? Like,
yeah.
No, I know I'm not a cop or anything, but I'm pretty sure I could fucking pull security here.
Yeah, and beat the shit out of the cops at the same time.
But,
where'd you get that gun? I brought it from home.
Why do you have an AK? I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But anyway, so you're saying you're pretty sharp.
So I started, and I said, I'll do it. And then and I was in EMT school, so I was originally just looking for a security officer position or a security EMT position. They're like, you should be a lead, like you have experience. I was like, that's weird. No, but anyway, so I did it. So I wore a suit. I just wore a black suit that they supplied.
Nice.
And just had to wear a shirt and tie. And then, but I was in charge of like all these other security officers, which a lot of them coming from, I'm a young guy, I'm from the outside.
Right.
Now they're like, man, motherfucker, like you just came here. Like I've been working here for 14 years. I applied for the position too. Why'd they give it to you? So there was like animosity there, and I didn't love it. And then security for like American security, like I did armed security, I did unarmed security. Most of it was awful.
Yeah.
Hospital security was the best because I had my own office, and I would do homework because I was going through EMT school, paramedic school stuff there. And then there was actually stuff to do. They would bring people in the ER, and they were on meth, or they were psychotic, or they were drunk, or they were trying to fight the radiation department or whatever. Yeah. So I would go hands on there, and I thought that's where I think I became really good at like diffusing situations and stuff like that because I think I did a really good job at that.
Right. Yeah.
Because there was a couple cheese dicks that would be like, "Listen, motherfucker." And you're a security guard,
right? And they don't expect you to be that way either.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta treat me. I'm a customer. You gotta treat me like no.
No, I mean people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You could go in there and be like, I'm a fucking federal agent, FBI agent, and they're gonna be like, fuck you. You're not gonna tell me what to do. Fuck you.
Right.
So no matter who you are, there's people when people are fucking psychotic or they're on K2 or Basil, they don't give a shit if you have a badge or not. So. You can't use authority. The people a lot of people that want to be cops or security or whatever, like they want authority.
Yeah.
So me, I just want everything to go smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Unless you got to work for sure.
yeah, so I would go in and be like, hey, I'm Spicy. What's your name? What's going on? Why the nurses are saying you got a problem? Like, is there anything I can do to help you? Right. Listen, you're in a hospital. You're at these people they're trying to help you, help them, help them help you, kind of thing. Like you're spitting and fighting. Like,
right.
What's going on, dude? And I would do that, and that works a lot better than, hey, I'm Spicy. Listen, motherfucker, you're gonna do whatever I say or else, and they're gonna be like, fuck you.
You're getting a dick in your mouth.
Yeah. I did that. I'm not gonna say I didn't do that.
Of course.
After they were asleep.
Yeah, that's happening. We don't have to get not right off the bat. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm Spicy. Open your mouth. Like that's why you establish like a connection first. Like, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
And then assert dominance.
And then you assert dominance. Like, take your pants off. Let's talk.
Expose the genitals.
So now we're way off topic. But that's where I think and that didn't work.
Right.
There's a lot of times that didn't work. I remember there was a time, so I was just walking. I was doing rounds. So I would go through the ER, and I would go through ICU. I would go through L&D. And nurses are playing cards, they're cooking. They're like, hey, you want food? I would just eat all the time. And then I was walking through ICU, and they don't have a psych ward at the hospital I worked at. So they would have to go to 2 other hospitals. But a lot of times, those were full, or you would just have to wait. So you have these psych patients that are... So there was this lady, she was in there. She had an overdose on something, and she was in ICU. Because ICU's open windows, everybody can see her.
Right.
And she's arguing with the nurse, and she's starting to yell. So...
She's just yelling just like nonsense, or
she's like, bitch, like I could tell it's escalating, and I'm like, I didn't get called. I'm just walking through. So I said, I'll go in and try to assist the situation.
Yeah.
Didn't work. So I did my, bit like, hey, I'm Spicy. What's going on? She's like, what? She's screaming. She grabs the nurse. She grabs her scrubs, both hands, and she's squeezing us. I'm like, oh, Jesus. She's like, hey, calm down. So I'm trying to get in between them. So this chick, she's a bigger chick. She's probably like 200 pounds or whatever. She had activated charcoal, which they give to people who ingest.
Right.
Back then, they give people stuff that
I don't
ingest
like where
poison.
this is going.
So she had like black stuff on her mouth. Like she might have puked somebody. She had her coming out. She had a robe on. Her back and ass is out, and she's got this black stuff on her hands. And so I get between them. I'm like, hey, calm down. So then I'm like, fuck it. So now she's grabbing me. This is 100% legit story. So I grab her. And at first I'm like, just calm down. Now we're in a hands-on altercation.
Right.
So like I get her, I throw her down. I throw her down on the bed, and I'm kind of on top of her. She's scratching me. I had scratches, and I'm like, fuck.
This would be a good night on a Saturday.
Yeah.
She's naked now. She's pretty much naked, and we're wrestling. Like I'm on top of her.
Do you have a boner?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
It's on record.
She got pregnant.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, so we're fighting, and then other people come in to help me, and then we put on the restraints, and we tie her down or whatever. Oh, and the worst part, as soon as I start making contact, like to get in between her and this lady, she starts screaming rape at the top of her lungs.
Oh my God.
Rape! And I don't know her background.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
She
rape. Tried to kill herself, and now she's arguing with and I came in, like, hey, what's going on? It escalated the situation 200%, and now she's trying to. So now we're fighting hands on. I'm on top of her, naked. There's boobies. There's scratches. We get her restrained. She's screaming rape. And, there's a nurse in the room. This bunch of people came to help, assist me, or else they would have been like, "You raped that chick?" Jesus. She was screaming rape at the top of her lungs. I'd have been like, "No, man. I don't do that anymore."
She was into it at first.
How long ago was that? Because if this was like last week, you'd probably be like on trial right now.
Absolutely. No, this was probably over 10 years ago. So
yeah.
This was before...
Statute of limitations, you're good.
Yeah, 11 years ago before paramedic school, so... But no, and there was cases. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes people, we would have to search people. And I ended up working at the place where they had a psych ward, the whole 4th floor. Okay. Some people you could talk to. Some people,
Yeah.
I think...
Well, does she end up being okay?
Yeah.
That's
that chick
good.
ended up living.
That's good.
But there was tons of situations where people would... It didn't matter how you came into the room. They're just aggressive. They're angry, and I'm sure that's stuff police deal with every day. But even they go into domestic calls and and they have to deal with that. And They have to be kind of like psychologists or therapists or whatever.
Right.
I had to deal with just a small bit of that. And
right.
Some people, yeah, you could, and you know how drunk people are, man.
Oh,
Somebody breaks their arm, and now they're trying to X-ray them, and they're yelling at the nurses, and they start spitting, and they're just, And some people you can reason with, like, hey, listen, these people are trying to help you. You understand that, right? They don't want you here. You think they want you? They're trying to help you. Just. And some people would be like, you know what? I'm an asshole. And then some people would go back and forth because they're drunk.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you're right. Hey, you can help me. And then they like take a swing at them or whatever, like Jesus. They go back and forth.
A lot of mental disorders too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Psych where there's people that we'd have to search everybody before they went up to the psych floor, and there's people that saw like little green people on their shoulder and like just all sorts of stuff. Like people are crazy. And so I always thought the best. No matter what. If it's time to go hands-on, and I'll go hands-on.
Yeah,
but I'm not immediately just going to come in the room and be like, listen, this is the deal here. I'm in charge. That doesn't work. That makes people like...
You're not power hungry, though, because I think most people, I know some people, and I'm not going to say where because I don't want to, like, call this person out, but they were, like, I just know of somebody who was, like, picked on a lot, and now they're, like, in kind of an authority type thing, and you could tell they just do it because they were picked on, and now they have authority over other people in a certain kind of situation. I mean, they're probably not a dick. I mean, they're a good person, like, outside, but I just feel like
some people really need that power. They want power for different reasons. And, no, I don't understand that, and I would never be like that. And I think a lot of some cops are like that. Like, they got bullied or whatever. Now they're like, well, I'm going to be in charge one day, and people aren't going to be able to tell me anything.
Right.
And I think they get into situations like that. Like, you're either going to listen to me, or you're going to get beat, or you're going to get shot because I'm in charge. And I don't think that's the right way to handle things, I think, I don't know. And some people they're like bored or whatever. Like, I want... I know people like that work at the jail and the prison.
Right.
Yeah. I like to go hands-on with people. I want to fight and beat the shit out of people. I'm like, you're fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, what do you, but me, I just wanted to do my job, which is, I thought was to make sure that people are safe, and to make sure jobs get done. Like, I'm not looking for action. This is like a hobby for me. So then anyway, I get to the casino. The thing I hated, the hospital was cool. Everybody was cool. At the casino, I had the job of security, which it was, I worked a lot of security because before I went to EMT school and all that stuff.
Right.
I was an infantryman in the Army, so I could climb a rope, I could throw a grenade, I could shoot.
Yeah.
There's no jobs like that.
Really?
So security was my expertise. And the casino was like, all right, we had a hotel, which you have drugs, you have prostitution, you have...
The good stuff.
You have... But you name it at a casino hotel, you have it going on there. There's fights. You had a nightclub.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had two restaurants. You had a diner, a restaurant, a hotel, a parking garage, a valet, and then you have an actual casino. So everything happens there. We had fights. We had rapes. We had people stealing, theft, drugs. We had and then people like barred, people that are like, they bar themselves. Like, I'm a gambling addict. I want to bar myself. So they would you take a picture. You were not allowed in this permit. Some people are barred because of shit they done at the casino. So you're looking for those people, and then you catch them like, you're barred, motherfucker. What are you doing here?
Right.
But
how often does that happen? You know what I mean? Like,
there's hundreds of people in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. There's no way you can catch everybody.
No, you can't. There's books with photos. Now it's all online, I'm sure, but hundreds and hundreds of people that barred themselves or are barred from other casinos with the same name in Vegas and all these other places. And
Jesus.
People that cheat, people that fight, it was crazy. People in valet.
Right.
So everything we would do, like we had stolen cars that were high speed chases.
Oh,
flew into their parking lot, hit a car, bailed, and I was security. I was a team lead for security, but surveillance was a whole different thing.
Oh, okay.
It was just two people in there, and they had eyes on everything in the casino, audio in a lot of places. But they would call me and be like, hey, there's a guy on table 26. We think he's like cheating or whatever, or there's this person that's too drunk, we got to kick him out, So I would grab a security. There'd be like 14 security officers, and then maybe me, and then on the weekends it'd be me and another lead. So we would like supervise, and then eventually I would have to be like, hey, listen, you gotta leave.
Yeah.
You're too drunk, whatever, and read them the deal. And sometimes they'd be like, all right. Other times they'd be like, women were the worst. Like, you don't fucking tell me what to do. I'm spending a lot of money here.
Right. I wasn't
then we
allowed
call the
in
cops.
the casino once. It was on my bachelor
you're too
party.
drunk?
Yeah. Then they were like, you're pretty drunk. And they're like, we can't let you in. I was like, serious? And I looked at Rob because we were going to go in. And I looked at Rob and I was like, hey, they're not letting me in because I'm too drunk. And he just busted up laughing. He's like, really? He's like, I'm way more drunk than you. I was like, yeah, I know. He's like, all right. So I gave him 20. I go, you know what to do with it. And so he went and played it for me. But yeah, I mean, I was fucking hammered for sure. It was my bachelor party, but I wasn't an asshole.
Right.
And I'm sure they'd probably see me stumble a little, which they're just doing their job. They need to keep everybody safe.
And that's the legal law because they already don't want people spending, not the casino, but like the state doesn't want people spending money. They think gambling's bad.
Yeah.
On top of that, you're taking advantage of people. If they're drunk, you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
lying.
and I get it, and I 100% get it. And so they had to walk me to my room though. I'm like, all right, I'll go to my room because we were staying there. And I was like, you walk me to my room? They're like, yeah. I was like, all right. So we get in the elevator and it's just us.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there tapping. And I'm just like, you guys want to come in for a drink when you get there?
Just stop by the bar, have a drink.
Yeah. They're just like, no. And I was like, all right. Well, then, so I go in there, and then I end up going out and just to have a cigar. But I was like, because they told me I had to stay in my room. I'm like, well, I'm going to go out and have a cigar because that was the plan.
Yeah.
And I just went out and I wasn't, paying. I just sat out there, smoked the cigar in the area, and then I just went back up to the room or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so they wouldn't let me in. But again, I don't ever blame anybody. And I haven't been let into a club before because I was, pretty drunk. And I was
strip
like,
club in San Francisco.
yeah, I've been either kicked out of a lot of them, because that's not who I. It's never for fighting or arguing or anything. It's usually just because.
Your mustache.
Yeah, yeah, we haven't even brought that up yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for motivation.
I've been staring at it the whole time.
That's why you've been so quiet.
Yeah.
He's in a trance.
True.
For motivation, I decided for you guys to come to BDC Studios too. I shaved down to just a sweet, not a full handlebar mustache, but maybe we'll take a pic and put it on the gram or something. But it's disturbing to say the least.
Man. That's the first thing I noticed as soon as I walked in.
Yeah, because like I said, I always used to do it for January drill. Because we'd never have drill in December, we'd be off, and it's always motivation. And so I'm like, I miss it. We're close to January. Fuck it. We'll do it for motivation. And I know you guys would appreciate it too. So yeah, so I'm sitting here with a 70s nasty porn stash, wearing Crocs, and I know what you're thinking. Yes, I will watch your children. But yeah, so
anyway, so at the casino, it was cool because we would have an incident and we would have to take pictures, we would take witness statements, and then we'd have to do full reports and go give us surveillance and get the camera footage from it and look at it. So it was like being a cop inside it. Because the casino was kind of like a city. All sorts of shit would happen in the parking lot. People got robbed and all sorts of shit happened. And we would do our investigation and call the cops. And so that was pretty cool. We had somebody jump in the river once. It was just crazy shit. So
never a dull night, I bet.
Yeah, and then somebody would break into somebody's car in the parking lot. They would smash a window and take the radio. And then we would have to take pictures, get a witness statement, do a report. And then the police, of course, are going to do their thing, but we had to do our thing for the
insurance and stuff.
Yeah. So, but it was super interesting. I worked overnights, so there was weirdos, tweakers, walking around checking every slot for loose change and just weirdos. And the thing I hated the most was the smoke because I don't smoke.
Right.
So just smelling like smoke like crazy and breathing that in all night, and all night it's 3 a.m. You're walking around Saturday, Friday night, it's packed and you're watching people. People are having sex in bathrooms. So you're like, hey, you got to get out of here. You can't do that. I wouldn't look for, shit unless it was unsafe, but people would come and be like, hey, there's people fucking in the bathroom. So I was like, God damn it.
Let them finish.
So let them finish and get a female officer over here. We got to get in the, so whatever we down, hey, you guys got to leave. You can't do that here, So all sorts of shit's happening. But then, on a Tuesday night, it's 3 a.m, you're trying to stay awake, you're just breathing in smoke, and you're listening to this ding, 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 all night, every night. Yeah, and then you're going home, you shower to get the smoke off you, and then try to sleep. You're sleeping during the daytime. It
sounds awful.
I stayed there for a year, and then I went to the hospitals, the hospital system that owned 6 hospitals, and I worked for them doing security, and that was so much better, man. No smoke, no ding, 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 ding all night long, and I felt like I was actually helping people, and I had an office, so I would study in there and watch. We had some cameras, so I would watch the cameras and study, and then I would do rounds, and I would walk around. And other than that, if I got called, I would go.
Awesome, man. And how long did you do that gig?
Probably 3 years.
Okay.
Probably 3 years. I think that was the last gig I had until I got into the fire department.
Nice. Nice. But yeah, to bring it all back.
Gambling.
So
it's like Inception.
Yeah.
So you go down a level, then you go down another level.
Yep.
Now we're bringing it back. Now we're back.
Yep.
Now we're back to homeostasis. So I had 2 of my roommates. They worked at the casino. They were professional blackjack dealers, Linda and Adam. And they would party all night. I would try to party with them. I just came out of active duty from Korea. So we had a curfew. I would not drink like they did. I drank like they did. I just drank. By noon, I was like falling around drunk. Not noon, sorry. Midnight. I was falling around drunk. They're at 4 a.m. They're still going. Right. I'll try to hang with them. I would just pass out and then I'd go to my room.
But yeah, when you're used to staying up that time, for sure. Absolutely.
But we would have parties and stuff. We'd get a keg. We'd have parties. And they had a professional blackjack table from the casino in our basement.
Oh, nice.
So they would deal so we would play there and
just to learn to play and just to keep practice up, or
I think just to fuck around. I don't know. I mean, we played for money.
Would they allegedly have people over and actually bet and stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we would play for money.
Yeah,
we would play for money and we play for fun too, But I would go to the casino with them, and they would be like.
So they go on their days off?
Yeah.
Savages.
Yeah. I would go with that. Her mom, Linda's mom, I can't remember her name. She's she's Korean. They're both Korean. But Young Suk or whatever, that's not it.
Racist.
She worked at the casino too, and she got Linda in it. And then Adam she met Adam there, I think. Shouts out. But, so they would take me, and then we'd be at a table, and they would teach me the game. So even now, I've been playing blackjack for years, not maybe once a year. I mean, it seems like I'm playing all the time. But I'll go to the casino and then I'll play $5 minimum or minimum bet, and then every now and then I'll go 10 or whatever. But I'll ask the dealers, I'll ask the table, hey, what do I do here? Because there's situations you get into. Usually, it all depends. So if you not familiar with blackjack, it's everybody against the dealer, and the dealer wants you to win because they make money off of tips. Yeah, they're not making money if you lose. So they're always cheering for you. They'll help you. Here, they will help you in Vegas. I've been there and they're just like, fuck, I don't know. Do whatever you do. I don't even think they know how to play. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But they will help you. Like I told you last night, I've had a dealer and I'm like, hit me. And he's like, no. And he just keeps going and I end up winning the hand.
Yeah. He says, nope. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it all depends on what the dealer has. And that's why I like blackjack, because you can't, there are situations where you can make decisions to affect you. And I'm not a numbers guy. I'm not a math guy, but you have your odds and you know what to do. If the dealer, I always assume the dealer has a face card. So if the dealer has a 10 showing, I bet he has another face card or a 10 showing, he's got 20. So if you have 15, you hit every time. And I'll hit up to 17. Even if the dealer has a face card showing, I don't think I ever hit on 17. Okay. 16, if he has a face card showing, I'll hit. Okay. And I've done that before. You got 16 and you hit me, and you get a 5, and you're like, or a 4, and you get 20 or 21, you're like, all right, no matter what he has, I should be okay. Right. A lot of times they do have that face card and then they have 20. So you don't want to stay at 15. If the dealer has a 4 showing, you assume that they have a face card or a 10. Right. So they have 14. They have to hit because the dealers are set. They can't play on their own. Right. They have to hit. So if they have,
it's already mapped out for them. Any move that they're presented with, any move. So in this case, they know they have to do this. They know they have to do that.
Yeah. If they have anything less than 17, they hit. Okay. And then they will probably bust because you assume your next card is going to be a face card or a 10. So a lot of times, if I have a 15 and the dealer has a 14 showing or 4 showing, I assume they have 14, and then I assume they're gonna bust. So what happens is I'll be like, hey, what do you? And I'll ask them. I'll ask the people next to me, hey, what should I do here? A lot of times, the best part about blackjack is when the table's winning, they're having fun, everybody's playing a game,
and everybody's like, because I'm sure you probably get those people like, I just don't need to focus on. But I guess you were saying, everybody. Yeah, because they probably you wouldn't see that a lot at a blackjack table because it does affect everybody.
It affects everybody. So I'm the number 2 guy. I have a 14. The dealer has a 5 showing. You figure they have 15. They're gonna hit. Hopefully they bust. If you ask the person next to you, hey, what should I do here? Just stay, man. If you hit, say a bunch of people are in the same area, 16, 17, they're gonna stay. You hit, you get a queen, you bust, you're out, and then it goes around, stay, and then the dealer gets a 5 and they get 21 and then everybody's fucked. Well, you look back and be like, well, if you didn't hit, he would have got the queen and he would have busted and the whole table would have won.
Right.
So everybody kind of works together, and I've been at tables where it's not like that, and I've been at tables where everybody's kind of working together. Either way, when the dealer busts and everybody, because you can stay, you got 12. Yeah. I got 12, I'm staying, you're staying, and everybody's looking at the deal, and even the dealer's like, dealer busts, everybody wins, and then he's giving out chips to the whole table, and everybody's celebrating and yelling, and even people around the table like,
See, that's honestly the part that I like about the casino. Like, I don't know how to play craps, and we know we got a buddy Conrad, who he goes to Vegas once a year, and he puts $20 on who he thinks is going to win the Super Bowl, and he's won actually a handful of times. But he's like, you make your money in craps. Do you know how to play craps?
I don't. It looks fun. I'd love to learn how to play.
But it's just like that energy, like for me, is just what I love. Or like in the blackjack, or like you get that with roulette. I think that's probably why I like it too.
Yeah, and I do want to. I absolutely want to get to roulette.
Yeah.
The other thing about blackjack is you can see your advantages because you know exactly what the dealer has to do.
Yeah.
You know what you could do. So one of the things you could do to advance your winnings is you could double down. So if I get an 11,
like the KFC double down,
better.
Making me hungry.
So every time I have an 11, I usually double down, and a double down means you could double your bet, but you only get one card. So usually I'll bet 5. If the table's hot, sometimes I bet more than that. I'll bet 10. I've had 30 $6 hands before, which is outrageous because I like to bet. I only play at $5 minimum tables, but you got $5 on the table, you got an 11. Sometimes no matter what the dealer shows, I'll double down my bet. And I've got it where, boom, you got 21. And I've got it, and you only get one card, and I've got it before where you get a 2. So they have 13. And it's like, okay, hopefully the dealer fucking busts because you can't win with fucking 13. But I always do that. And then the other situation is you could split cards. And you could split any cards cards that are the same. So if you get like 2 5s, 2 7s, 2 10s, or whatever. The books tell you split 8s and split 8s almost every time. They say, and I've got an argument with somebody before, to split 2 face cards, you would never do that because a 20 is going to win almost, I don't know the percentages, it's somewhere in the high 90%. You're going to win with the 20, so you don't split that because then you're going to end up, you split your 2 10s and you're going to end up with a 5 and a 6, and then you're going to lose both hands with double the money.
What's splitting cards?
Okay, so if you get like 2 of the same, you do it with 8s, and I do it with 8s almost every time, unless the dealer has something higher than an 8.
Okay.
If the dealer has a 5 showing, 8s, I'm splitting. So you split the 8s, you double your bet, and now you have 2 bets.
So you're playing 2 hands of blackjack.
Now you're playing 2 hands.
Gotcha.
2 separate hands. So they give you another card for this 8 and another card for this 8. If they give you another 8, you can split that too, and I've done that multiple times. It's happened. So now but then you have to throw another bet down the same. Yeah. So if you're betting 10, you split 8, you throw down another 10 for this hand, you get another 8, you can split that, and then you have $30 on the table.
Jesus.
And I've done that multiple times. It's weird how that's happened.
Yeah.
But it depends on what the dealer's showing. And then I've done it where I've won 2 out of the 3 hands. I've won all 3 hands. I don't know if I've ever lost all 3 hands.
I would like to know those odds. Cause, especially if you get a face card and you get 18 for all of them.
It depends what the dealer's showing, though.
Yeah.
You know?
It's interesting. I would love to go with you and sit at the table and like you like talk me through it. Like we should seriously do that sometime. And we always, like I said, get you. Like I know Rob, he fucking loves, and like just get it so like where we all like I'm comfortable with, because I would just hate to fuck anybody else over. You know.
And the thing is, there's no rush.
Yeah.
Dealers are always like, you don't ever touch your cards. They touch your cards. All you do is either you give them the hand signal, and stay, or hit.
But to get like a full table of like my friends who like who know how to play, I think that would be fun as fuck. Or like a couple people who like don't know how to play. You know, like Joey and I go like with you and Rob or something like that. Yeah. That would be fun as fuck, man.
That would get out of hand.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
In my experience, most people are there to have fun. There's people there that are there every day. And when I worked out there, I saw people crying. I saw people leaving the casino, like real talk, like I just spent my fucking whole paycheck. My wife's gonna kill me. Like people with serious addictions, people that would leave their kids on the car and go gamble, and then they're gonna be there for 30 minutes. Next thing you know, it's 8 hours later, and that kid's in the car. Like people with gambling, they say is an addiction, and I think most people are like, you're just fucking gambling. Like No, there's people with
for
real addictions. They lose everything, and I've seen that.
That's something that I've never been, because I hate, like I told you, I used to, when I go, I take $40 and then everything $40 gone, it's gone. Now I like, because it's a little bit older and stuff, I don't mind like doing like $60, and once it's gone, it's done. But anytime I get above that, even if I'm like up $10 and I have 70, I'm like, I should stop playing. Like I got $10 that I wasn't expecting, you know what I mean? And so then like that's not a good way to gamble, because you're not gonna win, you know, huge. But like I know you said when you play blackjack, if you have like 60, say you put 60, and then you went up over your 60, you put that 60 in your pocket and just play with the winnings.
Yeah. So the last time I went, I was with Camus, and this was over a year ago. We went to a movie, and we're like, fuck it, let's go to the casino. It's early. We went to the casino. We probably started at the 80. So you put $80 on the table. Yeah. And they'll say, coloring 80 or whatever. And so they'll give you, how do you want your chips? And I, of course, say, thousands. And they're like, you only, give me the orange $2,000 chips. They're like, you only put $80 on the table. Oh. Like, well, just give me the red $5 chips. So you color out $80 in chips. You start betting. Once you start building stacks, I take whatever I started with. If I put 80 in, I put that $80 worth of chips in my pocket, and then I just play with whatever. That night, me and Camus, we ended up walking away with plus like 280 or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We were just, once we started with 80, got to like 180, put 80 in my pocket. Yeah. And we're playing with 100, turn that into another 100 and more. Yeah. And now we're just playing.
That's the way to do it. If you can be like, all right, well, I'll just get like 5 more. Nope, I'll just get that. But you got to have like, I'm sure it just depends on your mood and stuff. But I think, because I would enjoy more. I feel like I would get into blackjack. But we don't go to the casino a lot. It would just be nice. Usually when I go, I like roulette. There's a ton of bets, and roulette, I think, is they say it's the worst odds in the casino.
No. Slots are for sure the worst. Okay. I think roulette's okay.
I think
because mathematically, it's all mathematical. I think most of your bets are for blackjack. It's pretty close, because you don't know what the dealer has, but you know what they have to do.
And maybe if people want to fact check it, if you've ever worked in a casino, let us know. We could be just like way off, but I love roulette because there's so many different ways. That you're saying you can bet like color. You can bet like rows, columns, numbers. You can bet 4 numbers at a time, odds, evens.
And those aren't 50-50. Like some people will think that's 50-50, but they have the 2 greens, the green and the double green. So whether if you bet even or if you bet red or black, it's not, you win. That is 2 to 1 though. Right. So like if you put $5 on black,
and it hits black, you're gonna win $5.
You're gonna win $5, but there's a chance that, like, if you put $5 on red, $5 on black, like either way, I'm gonna break even. No, because it could land on the green or the double green, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it is a lot of fun. And I've been at a fun table where people are hitting, and like if you bet a number and you hit the number, I think it's like 36 to 1 or something like that.
I think so. Yeah. Because if you want to, so Joey, I want to hear. This is your game.
So, God, I don't remember. It was like this spring or something. I want to play roulette because we went a few weeks prior, and someone we were with won like $180 because they hit a few numbers here and there. And so I was like, fucking, next time I'm gonna go. Well, we went Saturday night, and it was super fucking busy, which is the worst time to go to the casino, because then like the minimum bet's like $10.
Yes, that's
and stuff like that. And it's like money goes quick. Mm-hmm. So we went back Sunday, and I sat down next to this black guy, and he had, which is relevant, but it's part of the story. And he was a blast. So I sit down, and he's got a pretty good sized stack of chips next to him, and then he's got like 5 black chips, which are $100.
Yeah. Okay.
And this dude's spreading chips all over the table.
Yeah, so that's usually how I think people probably try to play the odds.
So when I first sat down, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna play red, black, see how that goes, and then advance from there. So the way roulette is you whatever the minimum bet is.
And just so I don't mean to I want to go to the casino like right now. Like, just like talking about it. It's been like a year since I've gone.
Get the cards out.
So it's not far.
30 minutes.
It probably.
It's right on the river. We saw it.
Yeah. It's not far. But
all right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 42.
It's gonna be really quick for you. We're just gonna pause. Sorry, you said that.
No, you're fine. So the minimum bet is for the inside or the outside. The inside is all the numbers 1 to 36.
Yeah.
And then the outside is the first third of the numbers, second third, third third.
Yeah.
Red, black, even, odd, all that stuff.
Yeah, and you could bet like the actual columns.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff like
yep,
that,
yeah.
so.
You can do columns and stuff like that. And so he was putting shit everywhere, and I was just doing red, black, and I was doing okay, but I was losing my ass.
Right.
Like I think I started with like $60. I was down to like maybe 30, and so I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Which isn't really losing your ass, but it is if you're half the money you planned on spending.
Right,
so.
it's like my stack was pretty good sized, but now it's not.
Yeah, there's probably people listening like, I bet 60 each round, and you're down 30 after like an hour. Like, shut up, bitch.
So, hey, this dude. So let's move back. So I was just doing my red black, and I was mostly watching him because he was winning and he was losing. More often than not. So he would put like $100 worth on the table and like stack up like 10 fucking chips on one number, just waiting for it to hit. Mm-hmm. And so when I sat down, he wasn't hitting much, and he would turn in a black chip, turn into $100, and usually lay that out.
Okay.
And he would get maybe a few back because he would get like a corner.
Yeah.
So he went through those 5, ran through 500, probably more. Went to the ATM, got $200 out, came back. He did that 3 times.
Oh my god.
So this dude's down at least $800.
And then his ATM fees at the casino are like fucking
$7.
Yeah, $5, $6, $7.
So this dude's out like $1,000 already, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh, I just lost $30.
But then he fucking hit it huge. Like he won $1,500 in one shot because he had so many stacked on one number, and he had some surrounding it. It was just, I was like, holy fuck!
He just won all his money back.
Oh yeah,
and plus, so
and so he turned that back into
which is what I like because that's the nice part about roulette. Like you can win it back in one shot.
Oh yeah.
So if you happen to hit it, so
well, yeah. So because I love it because it's all about like the numbers and it's fair. So like I said, red or black is 50%. Odds and evens are 50%. If you bet on like the number 4, it's 1 in 36.
Yeah.
So if you have $1 on $1 on 4, and that comes in, you win $36 for that $1. You could put it on corner. You could bet like at the rows.
Yeah.
So it'd be 1 in 12.
Yep.
So you would win $12 if it comes in your row. But you could bet corners. So the 4 numbers, which would be 6 maybe.
Yeah, sure. Whatever's on that like intersection.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So, but you could bet. So you could. The minimum bet's like $5, but you could throw like you said the black guy. So you could throw, and they give you. It's not real chips because there could be 10, 20. I don't know. There could be 10 people playing. So you're not playing with chips because nobody would know.
Well, most of the time, if you are, you got your own
color.
So I would have like red chips.
You would have red chips. I would have,
yeah. So
and each
then
chip would be, and you would tell them, I want each of my chips to be $1, or each of my chips are $100. But anyway, but you could put chips red, even, number 4, number 8 on the corner of 10, 11, 12, whatever, and then you could bet that, and then depending on what hits. The percentages. If you bet on a solo number is your best odds of making money because it's 1 in 36. So you put $10 on the number 5, and that comes in.
Yeah, and my number. Do you have a number you always go to?
No.
Like my favorite number in the entire world is 32, and I believe it's red on the roulette table.
Okay.
So if I put money, of course you're gonna look it up. But if I bet any on a number, I always bet on 32. It is red, isn't it? Yeah. I thought it was.
What's wrong with black?
Yeah. Nothing.
Apparently.
But so I love roulette, and you were there, and I told you the story, but I'll tell it for the podcast.
I want to hear the story.
So for our buddy Rob, for the longest time, so the first time I ever went to the casino, and I don't know if you know this, Joey.
Oh yeah, I was there.
No, the very first time I went to the casino, it was with Rob, and I won't get into why we were in that situation, but we weren't like, excuse me. I mean, we were friends and we were like hanging out and stuff, but we weren't like best friends like how we are now.
Right.
But we went to all 3 casinos and we didn't even do anything at the first
In Council
2.
Bluffs?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we were just looking around and then we end up going to, I think maybe the Horseshoe was like the last one, maybe. I don't remember, but and so we finally end up going to one, or maybe the Horseshoe was the first one. We just try to take it in. Like, I've heard about, people who go, you see it on the movies and shit. Yeah. They're like, well, let's go check out the other one. So then I think we went up to the roulette table, and it was just us. It was, I don't remember what time of day, but I think it was during the week. And so it was just us at the roulette table, and I think Rob was like, a couple rookies here, never been to the casino. She's like, oh. And like she was cool, and so I put like $5 on red. And Rob and I always have this thing where my favorite color is red and his favorite color is blue. So anytime we see like, oh, red's better, blue's better, and we always see like red and blue together.
Red fish, blue fish, who gives a fuck?
Right. And so of course I put on red, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go against you. And so he put $5 on black, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna go against your friend. He's like, we'll see. And I don't remember who hit what. I don't remember who won, but it was fun. You know, it was a good time. And then I think he had gotten back a couple times, and that's when he got into blackjack and stuff. But we'd always said at one point we wanted to put $100. Like I put $100 on red, and he would put $100 on black, and just to cover our asses, we each put $5 on green, just because
Smart.
I would. I mean, yeah, the real bet we probably shouldn't have, but that would have been our luck. And I'm like, I'm not walking out.
Right.
So we just talked. We wanted to do this for the longest time, just and it came out to where it was. And this is where you were with us because it was this bachelor party. Excuse me.
Yeah, Rob's bachelor party.
Yeah, Rob's bachelor party where we decided we were finally going to do it. And we had been, I mean, at this point, we had talked about it. I think it probably been for like a couple of years and stuff, that people knew we were going to do this. And so, so we go on his bachelor party and we get there. And how I remember in my mind, again, we were pretty, oh, thanks. Spicy with the save, some beef jerky, or deer jerky from upstairs. But, so, we get there and, we got everybody at the table, telling them, like, what the bet is. So we each put, 5 on the, I think he took double zeros, I took 0, and then $100. And they spend, this is just like years. And again, it's not the money. I just wanted the bragging rights for sure. So it's going there. And then it hits in black, and Rob's like, and maybe it's different for you, and you can see your perspective. I don't remember if you remember watching it, but it like hits in black, and Rob's like, yes, and then just like bounces over to red, right. And then I was like, yes, and so then of course I won, and then everybody's like, let it ride, and I was like, hell no, which it did hit red again. Damn. But I was like, no, I want it, and so and he was pissed because again it was the bragging rights,
right.
And then I ended up giving him the $100 because him and AB were going to Vegas for their honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
And so I taped the $100. I think we got him like the fire pit or whatever.
Oh yeah.
For their wedding. So we just taped the $100 in a post-it note and said, "You know what to do," with the winky face. So he put the $100 on red when he went to Vegas, and I think it hit black. But yeah. So that was, like I said, just the years and build up. We haven't done it since, so we're gonna do it again. And even if I do lose, we're at least tied. But I have won that bet, and that's what I wanted the most out of it. And so that big long story is why part of the reason why I like roulette and shit like that.
It's a fun game. Doesn't require a lot of skill.
No, and it's fun. Like when you get people, like you said, either winning or you get like some good people who are playing.
It's definitely fun if there's other people at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being at the table by yourself, not fun. Because then it's like as soon as you get all your chips out, the ball's already spinning. It's like, well, this $50 isn't gonna last 10 minutes. Yeah. With more people, it is fun.
And craps is the same way. There's so many ways you could bet on craps, And I've played craps maybe twice, but I used to work in security. I'd walk around, I'd people watch, whatever, and I'd watch the craps table. And the craps table is always like the most exciting. There's a bunch of people around it. People are exciting. They're doing betting. They're side betting. There's a million ways to bet, and it's all on math again. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like I said, I love betting, dude. Whether it's football or and my favorite bets are bets in between like a group of us, like whether it's a bowl mania or a bracket for basketball or betting on something stupid. Like I love it.
It's fun. I would love to go do some blackjack for a while, then hit the roulette table. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
And I've been to a casino where the only roulette table that they have is it's an electronic one, so it's like a slot machine. You're like, that could easily fuck you over because you put in your bet in the computer computer rolls the ball, and you're like, of course. Like I hate that. I really want the actual.
And just it's like that with Keno too. But just like on Keno, they show you what numbers have hit, what colors have hit in the last 20 or whatever rounds. So you can look at that and be like, well, 7s came in 3 times or 20 hasn't came in at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Keno. So if I'm at a place that plays Keno, I play every time because I play my birthday and my daughter's birthday.
But there's you can play Keno a million ways.
You can play it different ways.
So do you bet just straight numbers then?
I bet 4 numbers and I bet quarters. I play quarter mania. So if 2 of my numbers come in, nothing happens. If 3 numbers come in, I get a quarter back. excuse me, if all 4 numbers come in, I win $46, which isn't bad for a quarter a game.
No.
But I play because what happens is I don't care what the fuck's on. Super Bowl could be on. If Keno's playing, I look at if I'm playing or not to see if my numbers come in. If I'm not playing and my numbers come in, my birthday and my daughter's birthday, I'm gonna be pissed that I wasn't playing. So I'm like, here's $5. Or with $4, you get 16 games. That's like an hour and a half. So
yeah.
$4, I could have it for an hour and a half. And I won't pay attention the whole time. I'll look up every now and then and see if 5, 7, 24, and 25 are coming in.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you ever not played and then gone up to check and you end up hitting all 4 and not know it?
Oh, no. I've played probably 100 hours of Keno. I've won twice. I don't understand the math. There's, I think, 80 numbers. I don't understand how my number can't come in. You know? Right. The last 30 hours, I have not. It's unbelievable.
I don't get it either. I've been to like playing with. Wow, I fucked that sentence away. I'm trying to chew this jerky. Which is rude as fuck. My bad.
You son of a bitch.
I've been to a Keno place.
Yeah.
With a guy who is like, because like each side number is like 1 through 8 or 1 through 10 or whatever is like a certain character that they show up.
Okay.
And he plays so much that he knows like he needs this number and he knows by the character if it's in the range. Like the character will pop up and be like, fuck! Like he already, because regardless of whatever it is, that's not his, you know, like he knows it like that well. And I was like, Jesus Christ. That's too much for me.
Yeah, my worst time was we were playing trivia with a bunch of people. We just played that pub trivia.
Yeah.
We're at the bar, and then you have a song to come up with a question. You can't use your phones or whatever. And, we had a couple with us. It might have been Elaine. Shouts out from the podcast. I don't think it was. I think it was another couple. Okay. And they won like $1,000. They won a bunch of money. Damn. So they're like celebrating. I'm like, motherfucker, focus. Buy us around and drinks. Focus on trivia. Like we're still trying to win trivia. We've never won first place.
Have you ever? Like,
no, never.
Did you ever?
We came in, I think, second place, third place. Got gift cards because I had. And we talked about trivia before. I love to play it. I haven't played it in probably a year. Yeah. But we used to go on Tuesdays, and my buddy who was on Jeopardy showed, and I had another really good buddy that was really good at trivia, but I've never had them come at the same time. Yeah. But you got groups of like 12, like teachers and other people. Some people who are really good, and
you think
some
people cheat and actually use their phones?
I'm sure that happens, but no, I think. And then we go to the same place, and it's a lot of the same groups. You recognize the names. Yeah. Our name is always your dirty mom's sex friends.
That's a great name.
So that's the one that they're like, oh, we remember those guys. And I'm sure there's other groups, because they'll, at the beginning of it, they'll say, hey, there's 15 teams. They'll name them off. And then, there's a halfway, at halftime, there's they say the standings, and then they go into the halftime quiz, nice. Which is like a 4-point question. Like there's 4 answers for it, and each one is 2 points. And then you go into half. So then at the end, they read the names and number, like the ranks again. Yeah. And then the last question is where you could actually wager 10 points. Right. Up to 10 points.
Oh, shit.
So then you see where you're at, where everybody's at.
So if you need like 8 points to win or whatever.
And you could be like, if you're down 8, you know you need at least 8 points. But you don't know if the first place team is going to wager and lose 10 points, or if they're going to win 10 points. So, right. I mean, yeah, so that's always exciting. And we got fucked on that once. I don't know if I ever told you.
I don't think so. Excuse me.
We were doing well. And we were at a different spot. The spot was horrible. Yeah. We were with our main man, Whitey.
Oh, yeah. Shouts out Whitey.
My buddy Tony. Shouts out Tony. And it was a bunch of us. We're playing pub trivia, and Whitey was with this chick. I want to say it was Whitey and Paige and her girlfriend. Whitey and her girlfriend. Whitey's wife, Paige. Yeah. I don't know if they were married at the time, and then her friend. And the final question comes in. I think we were in there. And the question was, and I don't remember, this was probably 2 years ago, but the question was something like, what U.S. state doesn't have a city with a population over 100,000? Something along those lines. Okay. The girl's like, oh my God, it's Wyoming. And we're like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I just moved back here from Wyoming. There's a story about her and her fiance, and her fiance was caught cheating, banging dudes and stuff. Oh, that's a whole other podcast.
Living the dream.
And this was, I might have found out about that after this night, but she's like, oh yeah, I just moved back from Wyoming.
That would make sense to me, though.
Yeah.
Assuming that was
Right.
the question.
100% is Wyoming. And we're like, oh shit, yeah. All right, 10 points. Maximum amount of points. It's the last question. We're going to win this fucking thing. It was like fucking Vermont and New Hampshire.
Oh my god.
And maybe it wasn't 100,000, maybe it was 70,000. I can't.
Yeah,
like, again,
whatever the number was.
whatever it was, she was dead wrong. And we're all like, shh. And she had to have felt bad because she was like,
100%
outsider of the group.
confident.
She was 100%, and she was somebody nobody knew except for Whiny and Paige.
Right.
And the rest of us are people that have played before. And she's like, no, seriously, guys. Like, I just moved back from Wyoming. This is it. Because all the other quiz questions, you just wager points.
Yeah.
You either get the points if you get it right or not. But the final question, you can actually wager points.
Yeah.
So anyway, she shit the bed, and we're all just like, Jesus fucking how could,
It's a good way not to get invited back.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
But
You are the weakest link.
right.
That I've never done trivia. Like,
It's so fun, dude.
yeah.
It's fun because me and Camus, we got into it on accident. So we went to the movie theater. And we're like,
to an accident.
we're like, and we went to the bar after,
Yeah.
and they had trivia going on. So we're like, yeah, we'll just play, kind of. And we did pretty well.
Yeah.
So how it works is, you have like, this is an estimate. It's been a while since I played. You have like 6 questions.
Yeah.
Then you have a halftime, and then you have 6 more questions, and you have your final round.
Okay.
So you get your team name, and there's tables of 12 people. You can tell they're teachers or like real nerdy people who are really
Right.
good at trivia. You're not allowed to use your phone. You're not allowed to. So how it works is there's a DJ.
Okay.
So you go up there, tell them your team name, and they give you paper and stuff and pencils. So it starts. They announce all the names, and again, our name is your dirty mom's sex friends, and they give you the first 3 categories. So it could be like science, politics, movies. And your first round, you have to, when you turn in your question, it has to have 1 points, confidence, 1, 3, or 5 points.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some of the questions are multiple choice. Some of them are just, what author wrote Moby Dick? And you're
Right.
like, what the fuck? I don't know. And if it's the first question, you're like, well, let's guess this and put a 1 on it. Because
Right.
we'll wait till
Not
movies.
confident at all.
Right. And even if it's something you don't know, but it's a 50-50. Like, they do questions like, who said this quote? Was it Kanye West or Trump? And you're like, I don't know. It could go either way, but it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50, so let's bet 3.
Right. Yeah.
Because if they ask, if we save our number 5 for politics or history, and it's where we have to come up with a name, and it's not
Yeah.
like we're
Done.
So like there's strategies to it. So you know the 3 categories, and then you don't have to put your points on it. But of course, if you use your 1 and your 3, you don't have another option. You have to put 5 for your last question. So you have those questions, and then he reads a question or she reads a question, and then you have a whole song to discuss it, write it on a piece of paper, and turn it in. So you have a song, you're drinking, you're eating, and like,
I mean, it would be fun for
it's
sure.
fun. The thing is, you have to have a diverse group.
Yeah.
Because one night we were doing really well, and they had 2 questions that night. It lasted like 2 hours. They had 2 questions that had to do with the movie Legally Blonde or Legally Blonde 2.
Oh, goddamn.
Like, what famous national monument was featured at the end of like one of them? And I'm just like, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck. But so you I mean, if you had people who were, and like my buddy on Jeopardy is really good at all
Right.
sorts of useless information. Levin,
Right.
shouts out. But there was questions he didn't know, so it's
Yeah.
You get some old people who like old music.
But you're right. If you get the more diverse,
more
the
diverse.
better.
If you got a teenager on there, I mean, fuck, they're gonna know some shit that.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? But it's so fun because I mean you're at a bar and then people are celebrating. And,
Yeah.
like.
I feel like you probably wouldn't get a lot of shit talking then.
No.
Unless somebody like you catch them cheating or whatever.
Yeah. Because they don't say who got it right.
Okay.
So they'll read the question, they play the song, except for halftime. It's 2 questions, and the final one where you actually get to bid. There's 2 songs, but other than that, like you're kind of whispering because you don't want to be like, oh, it's fucking Journey. Journey sings that, and then the other people's like.
Yep.
But yeah, you know sometimes you know it. And once you write it down and turn it in, then you could be on your phone and you could do whatever.
Right.
But before that, because that's happened before,
Yeah.
get off your fucking phone, like,
Right.
Oh, yeah, sorry, and then put it down, like, because you don't want to. Because we've done well. We never won.
I would just hope people wouldn't cheat. I mean, I feel like that is just like a general like we. Yeah. That
Well,
would
the thing
be
is,
fun.
like the winner gets like the winning group gets like $50.
Yeah.
It's like $50, $30, and
And
it's
most
like,
times you
it's
go with
about,
that, just put it towards your tab.
right. And
you
then,
know?
yeah, and then our tab is always even just me and Camus between food and drinks. It's 100. We would not make any money. It's all about pride and being like, hey, we won. So I wouldn't even if we like looked up an answer, I would be like, I would just feel shitty about it. Hey, we won, but and these people think we won, but I wouldn't.
Right.
I wouldn't get any because it's more about being a champion. You know,
Yeah.
like what we're used to being.
Hell yeah. You know, number 1 on the charts. It's like Nasty and Friends podcast.
Very,
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, like us on Facebook, rate and subscribe. Thanks.
You done with the plug?
I just think, that'd be fun as fuck, man. We should.
It's fun, man.
Especially
Especially
we all live close. We could all like go do that shit too. Even though we have no money to bet.
Yeah, because I've always been a really good test taker.
Yeah.
I don't study. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been a really good test taker, and I'm not. I didn't do great in school, but sometimes I know. And when you're at a table full of 8 people, and they're like, "Hey, what song is this?" or "What?
Right.
Who did this?" or "Who's known for this?" or "What?" There's a lot of geography in it, and the final question always fucks you up. Like it's always something weird, like nothing normal. It's like we're gonna give you four cities, rank them from lowest to highest in population. And you're like, okay, so they'll give you a city in South America,
Right.
a city in China, and like you're just like, there's no fucking way unless you know. It's always weird questions about population and like weird shit, like not just stuff you could remember, like John Travolta, So it's some of it is luck, but when you're like, no, I know, and you're the only person at the table, like I know this. This is it.
You hold that answer out. Like, no idea. Then the last second, we got to write something. Giant JFK.
Right.
What? Why are you holding that in?
Absolutely.
But, no, and I've been dead wrong before, man, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, it was a song. It was a fucking song by, God damn it, Men with Hats, and I thought it was Duran Duran, and I'm like, I'm telling you, it's Duran. No, I wasn't like arguing about it, but I'm like, no, it's Duran Duran.
Yeah, like I got this.
Yeah, I got this. It's Duran Duran. Nobody else was like, I don't know. And then I'm like, I'm telling you, it's Duran Duran. And now, and if I'm confident as fuck, I'm like 5 points. This is 5 points.
Right.
It's like a sportsman or something. Like it's fucking But if I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Duran Duran. Let's go 3 points on it. And then the second round it doubles, so it's like 2, 6, and 10 points, whatever. And then the answer, the song ends. It's like, all right, is everybody in? The correct answer is Men with Hats. And they'll be like, 3, you guys got it wrong or whatever. And
did you get booed?
No.
Like your team.
No.
Boo!
A lot of times he'll just say half of you guys got it wrong or whatever. He'll only say, if like we were the only table to get it right, he'd be like, your Dirty Mom Sex Friends is the only one that got that question right.
Nice.
Nice. But that hurts, and everybody looks at you like, fuck.
Just look at you, throw their hands up, your hands in your head. Yeah, that's gotta be worse. Especially, like, it's nice and it's awesome to be confident, but especially if you're that confident.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's Wyoming.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was the worst. Well, I want to get back into that, and there's people that want to get back into it. And we get a good group going. You get a diverse group. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. You're doing something else. I spend a lot of money. That's the thing.
Yeah,
You're ordering appetizers. You're ordering food. We get there 2 hours early. People get there an hour before it starts. You turn your team name in.
Because are there only so many teams that could do it, or
there's a big bar. We try to get this table that has like actual like lounge chairs. Like half of it is like couches.
Yeah.
And then the other half is like normal chairs, and that's like room for 12. We try to get like that. You can get reservations. But as long as there's as many teams as can fit in a bar. So usually there's like 15 teams.
Hell yeah.
Each team is, you got teams of 2, you got teams of 15 or whatever.
Right.
It's a lot of fun, dude. Yeah, it's a blast. So.
You ever do trivia or anything?
Yeah, we actually went to Brittany's brother-in-law's parents. They go to a church and they had a trivia night, and we went.
Was it about the Bible? Because that would be horrible.
There were some questions. So it was like, some Nebraska stuff, like Nebraska history stuff, and like just random facts here and there. And it's like once in a while they'd sneak a Bible one in. It's like,
oh, shit.
It's,
I see what you're
Peter,
doing.
It's Peter Rabbit. No, it's Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, we're in a church. Never mind. Or shit like that. And we were doing pretty good. I think we came in like 7th out of like 40 some tables.
Oh, that's not bad.
But there were like 8, maybe 12 people at a table. It was great because you brought in like your own food, your own booze, whatever. And
Just wine, you mean?
It's water, and then Jesus turns it into
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If
My
you
bad.
do well enough, you got to finish in the top half of the bracket.
My bad. Praise Allah.
What's up? But it was a really good time. There was 10 rounds and 10 questions in each round. Okay. And so it's like they had a projector on the one wall. We were in like a little like gym, and they would throw up a question and like, who's the first president? Okay. You could write down, Ben Franklin. That's fucking wrong. Don't write that down.
Don't write that down.
Anyway, and so then it's like, they'd give you like a minute or two.
The correct answer is Jesus.
And if like there was one you didn't know, they gave you like a scrap piece of paper. You'd write it down, just come back to it later, and then they'd whatever 10 questions. It's like, all right, a few minutes, whatever, get your answers in. So then you'd go turn that in, and then do a little break or whatever. And they'd give some prizes away, and you could buy like 20 or like an arm's length worth of like raffle tickets for like the 50-50. So like if I put in $20. If I was the first one, then the pot's at $10. Half
Right, yeah.
So then you have like a whole fucking arm's length worth of tickets. And that's quite a few.
Yeah.
But that's how they were selling. So it was a good time. And then they did some random tickets. And you could win like some random stuff. They had like fucking 5 or 10 like 20-pound containers of peanut butter.
Oh my god.
God, dude, I love peanut butter so much.
Open it up and dip your balls in it.
Fred.
Hell yeah.
Got that Costco account. But that was really fun. We ended up coming in 7th, and it was
nice.
It was a good time.
That's good if there's a shit.
Yeah, pretty shitty.
Speaking of competitions, so you're in the death pool with us, obviously.
Yeah.
And we had, I don't think last time we podcasted, but we had our first hit in the death pool.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who passed away, but your work buddy, and then
Burns.
And then Tower. Shouts out Tower. They both got a hit, and I think they're at 90 points.
Yeah.
So because they got. It was a musician, so they got the musician bonus.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a solo pick, but I think they each
First blood bonus.
They get the first blood bonus.
Yeah.
But Spicy and I are in a different one on the website.
Oh yeah.
We're in one where you had to pay for it. It's the $2.99.
Oh yeah.
And like the winner gets like a 44-inch TV.
That's right.
And stuff.
Shouts out Killer Termites.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Killer Termites. And somebody just hit. So he hit yesterday in Killer Termites. He got 100 points in just bonus points. He got 26 H points and then 100. So he got First Blood and Killer Termites. He got Solo Pick, which is another 25. He got a singer because he was a musician. And because he died in February and the guy was black, he got the Black History Month bonus point.
Wait, was that the one where he was like a day short of the Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah,
bonus?
which is the birthday one. I don't know if that was him specifically or not. But it's just fucking crazy. So he has 126 points, and we were talking, and he won our personal one with 126 points with 4 picks last year.
Yeah, right.
The one that you got third in. So
I was thinking 90 points is so hard to recover from, like what Tower and Burns got. But, dude, 126 points? That's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, and so he's on Twitter, and so I congratulated him. I was wondering who it was, and I'm like, thank God it's February, because we're going to need the rest of the month.
Yeah.
I think there's 186 people in that funeral home. So so this is he's in 4 funeral homes total, and I'm just in the 2. And they hand out prizes. Like I think second place or third place is like a tablet or something like that. So what's $3 for all year? You know what I mean? Like I'm excited about it. I don't have the same. Like we went over our picks last night, but I have some of the same picks as in ours then in Killer Termites, but I changed it up too. So
mine for like Nebraska Preeminent Death Prediction Services
LLC.
That's LLC. That's. To me, that's it. That's
everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I have money in that one. I have 2 that I'm in just for fun because they're big ones, like 350, like Necronomicon Soothe. It's like 355 people. Yeah. Another one, and then I paid $3 to get in the Killer Termites, which is the fan club for the actual Doug Stanhope, Deathpool.
Yeah,
and those guys are all like legit as fuck. But I just figured, fuck it, let's do it. The only one I super care about is ours, but It's fun. So like looking at last year's, like looking at the winner of Killer Termites and looking at the winner of Necronomicon Soothe, there's people that had 10 hits in there.
Fuck.
And they had like 300, 400 points. I'm like, Jesus. So I looked at the other 10 that they didn't hit. Like who didn't die that you thought were gonna die? But,
right.
It's super intense now, man. It's. Do you know who you have picked in there? Do you have any locks? Like.
Yeah, I've got. I didn't last year. I wrote a list. It was like late November, and I made a list of people that I needed to drop. Like there was one talk show host who recovered from breast cancer. I was like, well, she needs to be dropped ASAP.
Yeah, right.
And some other people, I was like, they're not going to die. There's no way. It's like, yeah, Prince Philip's out there being 90-some years old. He's going to go soon.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to redo my hits. Well, I forgot that you could only do one trade
round,
which
yep.
I didn't know because that was the first time I traded.
And the only way you could do it is if nobody else has them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I also didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't either the first time I did. Then I
Okay.
went and reread the rules, and I was like, "Yep." But I do like it with the new updated, the update to the website. They have it to where if you go and you click on our funeral home underneath like the picture, you can click on that button and
you
it
can
shows
see everybody.
It doesn't tell you who has who, but you can see
Yep.
everybody. So if they're in that list, then you know you can't pick them for the trade round.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't know that last year. I don't know if that's new, but
I think it is new.
Okay.
So, because I didn't see it last year, so, but, yeah, and it's just, I mean, they have all the rules out there. It's just a lack of me not reading, you know,
Right.
because I was like, because I went to go get somebody, I'm like, oh, fuck it, they're already in the home, so, which I like that they have that rule, for sure.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So-
It'll be interesting.
But, I mean, if you and I went to trade for the same person, we both could get them if nobody already has them, I believe.
I wondered about that if, like, during trade rounds, if we all picked up, I don't know, Trump or whatever, if, you know, assuming no one else had him,
I
if
think
we
so.
all could get
I think
him.
one that closes at like midnight or whatever, and then like if 4 people had them, you would have them as long as nobody had them before the trade.
And I
round
also
began.
like how during the trade round they shut it where you can't look at anybody else's picks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like you have to know before. I love that. This way you're like, oh, does somebody have this person? Nope, go fucking find out. You said you're taking a different approach. You're going to be doing trade rounds probably almost every month because it's once a month, right?
Yep, once a month on the 15th.
Yeah.
You got a 24-hour period that opens up. Yeah, I think so. I think as long as I have somebody who I think is a lock, which isn't going to happen every month. But
Right.
I took advantage of it once or twice. I picked up Big Van Vader last year, and I picked up maybe one other person last year. And I still have those people this year. But yeah, if there's a lock that I hear about that
Yeah.
is like a obscure name, I'm definitely throwing them in. I'm going to take somebody else out.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that way, I'm constantly researching and
Yeah, and like I said, like part of me just wants to leave it and ride the wave because I don't know how sick I would be in my stomach if I traded away somebody and they got a hit, and
Yeah.
especially if I didn't get a hit for the year.
Let me tell you a story. Be fucking cuz. And first off, fuck you, Charles Manson.
I had Charles.
I fucking traded that son of a bitch
You didn't know that last
I
year?
didn't know that.
the month before he fucking crowed.
Oh shit!
This is why I brought it up because I knew, because I saw it. I think you even texted me.
I fucking rocked him out for most of the year, and then I was
Yeah.
like, he's been on fucking death row for how fucking long? There's no way. And there was like, I couldn't find anything about like his health. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not great, but he'll stick it out a little longer.
Yeah, and there's only so much that you can find out too
Right.
because of like HIPAA and shit like that. I mean, granted, shit still leaks, but you have to like really dig.
Oh, yeah.
So
So I fucking dropped him, and then like,
Who'd you pick up? Do you remember?
I want to say Prince Phillips,
Okay.
yeah.
the Queen of England. I don't know.
Prince Phillips, the Queen.
No, the Queen's husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I picked him up because he's pretty old, and I'm pretty sure that's who it was. But oh god! And then it hit, and I was like, I think I have him because I had him the whole year. And then I was like, oh yeah. And I checked my trade rounds, and it's like you traded Charles Manson for this old fuck. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But at least I got the Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the one hit that I had last year.
shit.
I read, who was it? I can't remember who had died, but because there was a bunch of people whose funeral homes, like the earliest you could start is January 15th, but you could like push it back if you need to. And somebody had died, and there was like 20 something people who had him on the site that the funeral home hadn't started
The
yet.
dead zone or whatever.
No, it wasn't in the dead zone. It was past the 15th, but like their funeral home
they
started
just didn't
February 1st, and he died like on the 28th. And so that's when the alternate rounds come in, which is, well, thank God you found that
Yeah.
to explain it. But still, could you imagine your funeral home starts in 2 days and you could have had one, and a guy goes out, 2 days before you start?
You could have got like a first blood bonus.
Yeah,
Yep.
You know.
yeah.
Oh my
We
God.
always start on the 15th. So
Yeah.
I like that. I don't like that dead band because that seemed like so many fucking.
Or the dead zone.
Or the dead zone.
Seems like
the dead band.
that 15 days seems like it's forever.
It's
because in your head you're like, all 20 of my celebrities are gonna die.
yeah.
They're all on their deathbed. They're gonna die soon. Hopefully they wait till the 15th to die, and then now I'm just like,
There was a handful of celebrities that went out during the dead zone.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
Well, I was concerned, like, okay, so New Year's comes and goes, but, like, they don't always have the hits right away.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, some guy in Mongolia dies in a village where they don't have internet access for 8,700 miles.
Well, like, I mean, just looking at this year, like, this was, like, the longest they said they went out without a first blood when it started.
Days.
Yeah.
And the person, it ended up going, like, 2 or 3 days, but the person actually died on the 15th.
Oh, yeah.
It just, they didn't know about it. So, yeah, and that's why we waited. And I think that's probably part of the reason why they have that dead zone. Is just to make sure, you know, stuff comes out and... You know, because if you get a hit, especially on the 31st, then it's 100 points.
That's
it's the
game
last
changer.
minute bonus or whatever.
Yeah.
So
last call.
Last call. Yeah. Which is fucking great. We were talking last night. Like, we get so pumped up about it. Like, Jesus Christ, they spent 43 minutes on the NFL to open up the show. Now they're fucking back on the goddamn death pool. I'm fucking dropping these guys. And I'm gonna go listen to women talk about their menstruation.
I'm in.
But I don't know. I just went off on that rant. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
No, just how exciting.
Oh yeah, so
how
I
much
was
you
gonna say
love it.
during those 15 days, and we just get fucking nervous, and then I just get like all pumped up and shit.
I remember last year, I was struggling to get. Last year I was struggling to get 20 people, and then this year I probably had 30 people. I had 20 alternates or 20 picks, 5 alternates. And then like 5 other people. I'm wondering if I should. I had 30 people. I'm trying to fit into 20 slots, and we'll see how it goes. It's super exciting to me, and I have some good ones. I have some risky ones, and the killer termite one is one with a lot of people, and it's like the fans of the actual.
Nice. There's like 150 people. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no.
Fans of the death pool.
Yeah. So and they're all good. So in that one, I took a different strategy. I went like people who I took a lot of risks on there because I'm like, if I'm gonna do well in this, I'm not gonna win picking people who are all 93 years old. So I picked people with ALS, people with cancer, people who are a lot younger, who were because if I get 3 points in that one, that's nothing.
No.
So I have to. I went a lot riskier in that one. And ours, I played it pretty safe. I have a lot of people older than 90 and. I love it though, man. I'm gonna do it probably forever.
Oh yeah,
I'll probably do it forever.
It's morbid, but it's fun as shit. It's like, they died, but that put me in first in the death pool. So fuck them.
Yeah, and I feel bad, dude. I didn't know you had Charles Manson. I had Hef, and I also had Charles Manson there. I remember when he was in the hospital, and they're like, yeah, he's not. He's in the infirmary. They had to transport him there. He's not in the prison system right now.
He didn't last long after that.
And I'm like, oh yeah, because the good one about that, like I have people in my death pool who are like, I don't want them to die. Like I don't have John McCain, which is a big mistake.
Yeah, he's the most picked on the site. He's like 860 something people have him.
I might have him in my other death pool, but the one I care about, I don't, because I couldn't find out information about him. And then once it closed, I was talking to Lemick, who's in it. And he's like, oh, yeah, he's not going to make it through the year. He's doing real bad. Fuck.
We'll see. You never know.
You never know.
I feel like he'll probably just always be on my list until he actually goes.
Well, that's like Betty White. It's like, I don't want to see her go.
Yeah,
If she's going to go.
Well, they did
let me
rush.
get them
I don't know if
points,
you
though.
talked about it when I was getting a drink, but they did rush Stan Lee to the hospital like 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I
heard that.
For heart. Yeah, and like Spencer texted me. He's like, I don't want those points. I was like, I agree. I don't. I like that's how I was with Flair last year. I was like, I would rather have him be alive than me get the points.
Oh, yeah, I don't give a shit about Flair. But like Betty White. Betty White and Stan Lee, like people like that, like, yeah, I don't want them to die, but if they die, I'll take the points.
Ooh,
But
yeah,
I have
for
some shitty people. Like Charles Manson, I had him, he died, I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, George H.W. Bush, the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, like, it's people like that die,
Did you just
one.
say North Korean lady?
Leader.
I misheard
He might
that
be a
lady.
lady. He might be a lady, I don't know. It's weird looking.
You're gonna start World War III, Spicy.
Nasty and Friends podcast started an international incident when Spicy Brown called the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, a lady. That'd be great pub.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah. And then he just went off the rails and said he had a butch haircut. We couldn't stop him. We're sorry. He offended all lesbians. But yeah, no, I'm pretty pumped. It's just something that I get into. I'm glad we're doing the Killer Termites, so shouts out to them for sure.
Yeah.
I think we should get into the not the meme, but the thing that you would text me that kind of, I think it went a little bit viral on like on the internet.
Okay.
But I didn't hear about it or see it until you sent it to me.
Okay.
And then if you got it on your phone, Joey, you want to read it and like, because we kind of talked about it a little bit, but.
So it's Spicy tweeted out a meme the other day, and it's pick 2. They will defend you. The rest is coming to kill you. And there's 9 things here. So
before you get into it, where did you see this at?
Okay, and I just pulled it up myself. So I saw this on Instagram, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool," you know. And I looked at it, and I thought about my answers, and then I was at work. I was at the firehouse.
Yeah.
And I remember 30 minutes went by, an hour went by, and I'm like, I might actually lose sleep over this.
Right.
Like, this is fucking crazy. So I sent it to you, Pags, and I sent it to Camus.
Yeah.
I wanted the boys to give me their answer because they fucking boys are smart and they know shit. And then I ended up switching it from Instagram, put it in my Twitter, and send that out. And I put it. So then I'm hearing answers back from people and your answers, and then on Twitter people are saying their answers back. But that's how it started, and that's how you guys got it.
Okay,
But,
all right. So yeah, go.
Okay, so the list of 9 things you can pick, and you have to pick 2. The rest are coming to kill you. You have 50 eagles.
My guess is it looks like it's a big golden eagle, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it is.
And then 10 crocodiles, 3 grizzly bears, 7 water buffalo, or some kind of longhorn cow, something like that.
Yeah, like a big ass bull.
1 hunter, which looks to have a shotgun. 15 wolves.
I think maybe even just for that, we'll just say any gun.
Hunter with a rifle or whatever.
So 15 wolves, and then 10,000 rats, 5 gorillas, and 4 lions.
Yeah, which is a lot. And instantly, like, and I'll just say, like, as soon as you saw it, I looked at it, instantly I go 5 gorillas, and they're silverback gorillas. Instantly, easily go that, hands down. That was number 1 for me, before I even gave any other thought to the rest of them, because, and they're strong as fuck. And they have the dexterity, like, and they got thumbs, you know, they have all of that.
Yeah,
and so,
jerk you off.
yeah, exactly. Just rip the dick right off. But I think, yeah, for me, you easily go with Harambe. Like I said, there's 5 of them, and the way I see it is just like, it's not like nature, like they, you know, like you have control of them, like, hey, like you could talk to the animals.
Yeah.
And, excuse me. And so,
so you say you can or you can't?
You can. The way that I took it is, I'm just not like it's like in real life. Like, oh, they just happen to be protect me, but it's just like you're running missions, you know, like you two flank, you know, I like that's how I took it in like, you know, my decision. So when you could do that and then they can, you know, be like choking like literally 4 people at the same time, you know, I just think like, and they're just big and they're just strong as fuck. Instantly, you don't pick the human. I don't think I could respect your opinion if you pick the human with the gun. I don't care if the gun's like in a fucking, you know, 50 cal machine gun.
What if it's like a Gatling gun, like Jesse the Body in Predator?
Right. I still don't think you pick the human. There's just, you know, you can't. But then my other guess was easily, and then after looking at it, thinking about it, then it was easily for me, it's the 10,000 rats. It's the numbers. Like, I don't care what you have. Every other animal on this list. I mean, just imagine, like, I don't know if you've ever seen a rat in real life or if you've seen multiple, but just imagine 50. We talked about the rats documentary on here. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Like,
you know.
Yeah. And so, like, you just see that they just show under, and you're probably seeing maybe 100 rats, and you just 10,000. There's just no way. The only ones that would have a problem with it would be like the 50 eagles, like the big ass eagles. But still, you could probably, you know, like weight them out, and you got the gorillas that can throw shit at them. Yeah. But I just feel like, you know. I mean, what's the next most biggest number on there? I mean, besides the eagles, because they,
other than the eagles, the wolves.
But I'm just like, even if you take if they say they land on the ground, there's 50 of them. I mean, and then 10,000. Like, there's just, I don't know. I just see it as like, there's an animal, you just said like just thousands at each, you know, animal. And there's just no way they can get it. And those fuckers can chew through anything. Yeah. They can, you know, chew through like brass pipes, metal pipes. They can chew through human bodies. So I just think it's a no-brainer. And I don't care what other two you have. Like, you got the gorillas and the rats. You're going down. Like 100%. All of them. Fuck them.
I love that. Joey, do you have a pick?
I'm on the other side of the fence. I never saw the 10,000 rats as like that big of a threat, because I'm looking at everything else on here and it's like, well, yeah, everything could eat me in one chomp, but it's like that many rats, assuming they all work together.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just one. Yeah, I would think that they would. It's a colony,
but
you know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, and I think with this is how you read it and how you receive it.
Yeah.
So I threw it in the group text, and my buddy was like, "Well, I'm gonna pick the hunter and pick like the eagles or something." I'm like, "You're a hunter. Like, why would you pick another hunter?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't know. I assumed I was like locked up in a basement because it says those are coming to defend you." I'm like,
yeah.
Why would you see yourself in a basement?
Yeah.
Like
that's some other weird like
that's how you
shit he's gone through when he was younger.
Yeah, maybe he was a Marine. He was in Afghanistan, so maybe like I don't know. But I like for me, I always see myself like in any situation. I have guns.
Yeah.
So like when I read this, I'm like, well, I don't need a hunter because I already have weapons on me. I'm gonna pick other assets to help me.
Yeah.
But it's however you read it. And,
yeah.
And how you perceived it is the animals communicate.
Yeah, I communicate with them. Yeah. You know, it's just like a fantasy land where like I'm taking these animals and we're going after, like we could talk to each other. And so I think, and that now if it was just the regular, normal, wild, I would probably maybe still go that way. Like if you can get behind, you can put the 10,000 rats in front of you.
Yeah.
That's a lot to even just try to get through. And, you know, if they're getting stepped on, they're going to be like, biting and shit.
They can make a defensive perimeter around you. And then if you could communicate, then you could have the eagles providing security from up top, as long as you're not in the triple canopy jungle,
right?
Whatever. But even then, they could fly low. But you would have spotters there.
Yeah.
I didn't see it like that. Like I'm like you can't. But if they're defending you, then obviously there's going to be some kind of attachment or whatever. But maybe you can't communicate. Like, hey, set up a perimeter here. You guys lookouts here. You know.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. Excuse me. It's one sentence, so you interpret it however you want. You know. And that's the reality. So
what way do you go? Because I know you're a little bit different.
My first instincts was the bears, the 3 bears, and then I was highly debating between 15 wolves or 4 lions, and then any of those you could go. Okay, 5 silverbacks versus 3 grizzlies. Who's winning that? And then who's gonna win? 15 wolves or 4 lions? So I'm like debating those like. I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Like the grizzly bears outweigh gorillas by a fuck ton, and they have claws. They don't just have like they're. I don't know if they have the strength, but I think like a 600-pound gorilla versus a 1,200-pound grizzly, and the grizzly has claws.
Grizzlies they're tough as fuck. I was listening to a podcast where this guy was. I don't know if he was moose hunting or if he was hunting like bear hunting or what he was doing, but he said that he watched this grizzly bear take one swipe at this moose, hit it on the back, and broke its back, and it just died. Like it just went boom, and it was done.
And I'm sure
so they're strong as fuck, and they got the claws. So that it's not
they're a lot
bad
big. They're a lot bigger. The gorillas are so strong. I bet I don't know about a moose, but I bet they could break backs like that too.
Oh yeah,
but the gorillas don't have claws, where grizzlies have claws, and I just don't know. That's not my field of expertise.
Right.
3 grizzlies versus 5 silverbacks. I don't know. 15 wolves. I love wolves. Yeah. But also, the thought of having
over there.
The thought of 4 fucking lions surrounding you makes you feel good. And then, so you start thinking about like this or this, and then you start thinking about whatever. When you come down to your 2 picks, then you start looking at the other animals that are going to be coming for you.
Yeah.
So it's just, like the hunter.
You take care of him first.
You take care of him.
That's the most dangerous game.
Yeah, you take care of him. Like that's when your army tactics come in. You just set up a fucking booby trap. You take his weapon. You cornhole him. Yeah. If you got wet wipes.
Of course.
You take care of him, and then you worry about the ant. But I looked at it like that was my pick. I think was. Right off the bat, it was grizzlies, I think, and wolves. And then I was debating on, 4 wolves or 15 wolves or 4 lions.
Right.
Wolves are pack animals. Lions are
And so
too.
that they're,
though.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say they are too. So they're all used to hunting together. So that's definitely an advantage.
And you look at the numbers there, and then, but then you start looking at, okay, well, how are they going to defend themselves against 50 eagles, and 10,000 rats and all that stuff?
Dude, that flight is a whole nother category because they can take flight. You're just like, they'd be in the fucking
you forget about them. It's like suddenly they'd come swoop by and take a lion off the ground. It's like,
knock an eyeball out just like that. Like eagles they're animals that don't fuck with humans, but if they were trying to attack you,
they're
they would be
dinosaurs that can
absolutely
fly.
fucking horrifying, dude.
Yeah.
They're gigantic. They got talons. They got beaks. They got speed. They got... it's nighttime. You're not seeing anything.
Yeah.
You just... By the time they hit you, you don't even... so
you
like
fly over and shit and get in your eyes. You block your vision that way.
If this were to happen at night, I think I'd just turn the gun on myself.
Yeah, definitely.
Just pop yourself.
No fucking
Pop
way.
yourself.
Because then we don't even talk about the alligator or crocodiles.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're fucking ruthless.
The whole list is a salty list.
It
And
is.
picking two
Yeah.
is impossible.
And it depends. And it depends. And I want to get into this with you because I know you're a gun guy and I love guns, and I want to get into that with you. But I would assume, I don't know how much prep time you have for this, but I would need better guns.
Yeah.
I need better ammo. Like I got self protection ammo, for my pistol at home, but my AR is just target rounds. Like if I'm taking down a gorillas or grizzlies.
Yeah.
I need something better
Slugs.
than that. I need some
exploding tips.
Yeah, my pistol round isn't doing anything for that, and I need AR rounds I need something bigger than an AR. I need an AK or a hunting rifle.
Yeah.
I go with I need a 50 cal BMG maybe.
M60.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Volume.
the pig, or 240 Bravo, or a Gatling gun, just Ventura style. But then, how much ammo are you gonna carry? You could put ammo. If you got a gorilla, like, hey, wear this backpack. You're my AG now, my assistant gunner. You're gonna be carrying 5,000 rounds.
Could you ride a bear? Like, I mean, they walk on all fours. Could you ride one? They're just like taking paw shots at lions as they're walking.
Yeah,
by.
no, I would
Like Anchorman, like riding one.
Yeah, I would strap a satchel to the gorillas with maybe a few thousand pounds of ammo. Put another one
Like when you
a
see
backpack.
parents carrying their kids around on those weird
Yeah.
backpack things. That'd be. It'd be hard sitting there because I have like the massivest boner.
Oh yeah,
Like the biggest. That's a way to. If you're gonna go out, you need to go out strapped on the back of a silverback.
right.
You know what I mean?
Dumping shots. Yeah, I don't know.
Like sipping on tequila,
Yeah.
smoking crystal meth.
Oh yeah, and snorting coke.
Yeah. We're gonna live forever.
But if you have good enough, like say you have Humvee and you got a turret mounted on there and you have a 240 Bravo or M60,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you got some good rounds on there, and then if you had that, you go with eagles and go with rats, and then you're just like, you got big animals you're gonna take down. Like there's no animal you can't take down with an M60 machine gun.
No.
You have 200 round belts.
Yeah.
If it's not scaring them, it's putting them down. Even if you have 4 lions coming, you're shooting 600 7.62 rounds a minute.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad if you could, like you said, get that and even if you don't even have anybody to drive, you're just sitting there and you have the rats in front of you and the eagles to come up top, you're just fucking laying waste. That's not bad either, man. That aerosol, I'm saying, it's a game changer for sure.
It is. And then but even if you have a M60 like taking down all those eagles and then at night and then you got the hunter out there because nobody's gonna, like I said, like you said, nobody's gonna pick the hunter.
Right.
So you fucking take him out. You can use psyops and be like, hey man, I'll suck your dick. Give me the shotgun, give me the rifle, and I'll suck your dick real quick. I'll let one of those silverbacks give you a handy, whatever. But get the fuck out of here. Or you just booby trap him, and fuck him up. But you don't want him killing any of your protection. So he's definitely somebody you're gonna have to fucking take out immediately. Hopefully it's some like redneck from Alabama. He's got like a case of Bush Light.
Yeah, he's running in yelling "Roll Tide."
Yeah. Roll Tide. You just fucking sneak behind him. You slit his throat. Again, cornhole him, take his weapons, and then boom. That's
and then
one.
wear his skin as a funny hat.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Same team.
Nick Saban for president.
Blends right in.
Yeah, dude, I did like that because I did give it more, and then because I remember texting you, I was like, the more I think about it, the more I'm more confident in my answer with the rats and then the gorillas for sure. So, but you do have a solid point, man. If you have time to set up, like I said, with the fucking Humvee and shit like that. The air assault, that's fucking money because eagles are fucking ruthless, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure you've seen that, but if you, it's not an eagle, but the video of the owl that's flying in the background that jacks the hawk. You never seen that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. We'll YouTube it after this, but you could just see it. And it's like a hawk cam, you know, from like a nest or whatever, and it's at night, and you just see these eyes in the background, like you see it coming, and then boom, all of a sudden the owl's just fucking like claws out and just fucking jacks one of the two hawks. And it's not like the golden hawk, I mean they're small hawks, but still, and it's creepy because like it's just like usually like a gift that just keeps repeating, so you catch the eyes in the background and it comes in. Owls are motherfuckers,
Owls
man.
are scary as shit.
And if you don't believe me, just Google image search owls without feathers. It's fucking creepy.
A lot of those, like hawks, eagles, owls, they're horrifying. They're so... because they're apex predators, I believe, right? They don't, especially like when you get to like an eagle, like or owls, like there's not animals that can hunt them. Mm-hmm. They just do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. And they're big, they're weird. Especially owls are just more weird looking than a hawk or an eagle. Yeah. They're scary fucking looking. The way they rotate their heads and the way they stare, and they're big, dude. Their talons.
Yeah. There's a video of a lady like talking about eagle or like owls, and she's like, yeah, it's super calm, and it was like facing the other way, and it turns towards the camera, and all you see is this owl with giant fucking eyes, and it stares right into your soul.
Was it like,
just like,
was it like a news broadcast or something?
Maybe that was it.
I know exactly. We'll have to. Have you seen that?
No.
We'll have to show that one to you too. Okay. But those two are fucking.
Because she's like, oh yeah, he's really calm right now, and then he turns his head, and you're just like, oh, run, bitch, run! Run for your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's good shit.
Excuse me. Fuck, man, this cough. I've had it. It usually only comes at night. I think I'm maybe getting like another cold. And,
it's the hip for sure. I've heard it 100 times.
Definitely.
If you're listening to this and you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, you've probably
they've checked out
a long time ago. But if you do, hit us up. We will send you the meme because we want to. Or if you have an answer that you think is solid, and if you think we're idiots, we want to hear, because I'm still on the fence about this. I don't have a solid answer yet. Let us know. But Joey, let's talk about guns, dude. Like, you got favorite guns? You got any new guns?
Oh yes, I've always got new guns.
Yeah, he always has new guns.
So I've got a couple of ARs I've built. I think since the last podcast, but it's been fun. Like, I've built it myself. Yeah. There's actually a really good story on the last one that I built. So, God bless the Huskers, but I think they lost to Oregon. I don't know if it wasn't last year. Maybe
game of the year.
Maybe the year before. Oh. Anyway, and so I went out. We were fucking drinking, tailgating, shit like that. I think the game was in Lincoln. I just got fucking hammered before the game. Went to the rail yard down in Lincoln, and we drank. I think at the rail yard. The night gets fuzzy quick.
Yeah.
So after that, went to Hopcat, and they have like 132 different beers. And every time I go, I make sure I don't get the same beer.
Yeah.
So I polished off like 3, maybe 4 that night.
Do they have like a punch card like at some of the places, so you know, or you just have to?
Okay. I've got a. I mean, if it's a weird name, I'll know if I've ordered it.
Okay.
It's like Heffenweissen's Silver Cock Splatter.
Cock Splatter.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, bring that up in a nice warm glass. So, I think I went up with my roommate Lance and his mom and kid. Anyway, there was like 6 of us. I ended up paying for the whole table. That kind of drunk.
Yeah, oh yeah. So, I like drinking with those people.
Me too. I wish I was in the other end. So after that, I don't know. It kind of I brown out for a little while. Okay. Next thing I know, I'm downtown drinking, buying shots for people. Yeah. I must have got like a raise or some shit because I was just fucking handing out drinks.
Sometimes that happens, man. Yeah. You want to, like, it feels good. Like, I've had people. I bought in a shot once and we were getting ready to leave. I'm fucking gonna take it. All right, we're on our way out, and I saw a guy at a bar, and I was pretty drunk, and he had a haircut and he was in the Army. And I was like, hey man. I was like, are you in the Army? And he just like looked up at me. He's like he thought probably I was gonna say shit, you know, like talk shit. And he's like, yeah. And he was with his 4 buddies. Like, I'm just going to go up to him and rant like 4 guys. And he's like, yeah. I was like, here. I go, this is a shot. And I go, don't worry. I didn't drug it. And they kind of laugh. I go, we're getting ready to bounce. I'm in the Army. I just want to say, thanks for, representing. He's like, oh, fuck, thanks, man. And he, took it. Yeah. So it's just like, that just popped. It may or may not have, he may have taken it and just forgot all about it. But I've had people drop off drinks like, hey, we're on our way out. We see you ordered the same thing. Yeah. Fuck yeah, Granted, you shouldn't do that just because you never know, especially these days. But usually, I don't ever go to a bar by myself and I'm with other people. So, and trust me, nobody's drugging my fat ass.
It's encouraging.
If you look like you did now, like with the mustache, there's no way he takes a shot.
Yeah,
he fakes the shot, throws it over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Back then, he takes the shot.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're out downtown, and I start running into people, like a ton of people I know from high school, small town bullshit. It's like I'm meeting with them, and I honestly don't know who I ran into, but we started talking about guns, and I think they may have asked me something about it, or they said they went hunting, and so I was like, started telling them about this AR I'm gonna build, and they're just like, oh cool, and it's like, I think I just may have upgraded my barrel on one, and I was like, oh cool, what because I couldn't decide what barrel to buy because there's a whole list. You could buy $50 shitty barrels or expensive fucking barrels. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to.
You gotta figure out how long you want it and shit like that.
Good one for the money. And so he ended up sending me a link for one. And
Spicy's making a drink in case anybody wants to know.
Apparently, it was off to the It was off to the races after that.
Yeah.
So I kind of remember sitting at a booth for a little while by myself.
Yeah.
And some other people kind of around, maybe. Anyway, blackout, taking $40 Uber ride home because I dropped someone off and then came back to my house.
Yeah.
Next morning, I wake up. Here's the scene. I wake up and it's noon. Hungover as fuck. I stand up, thirsty, no water. I walk to my kitchen. Before I get there, I find my wallet on the floor.
Oh, no.
On top of my wallet is a half-eaten piece of pizza.
Hell yeah.
I'm just like, fuck, whatever. So I go get some water. And I hear my phone buzz, and so I go check it, and I've just got emails rolling the fuck in. Order confirmation.
No! You ordered an entire AR to build yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, because, so a month prior, I bought the lower receiver, which is the serialized part that you have to do a background check for, and you buy from the store and whatnot. But everything else you can order online. And so that's what I did. So I tried to filter through what I'd ordered, what I didn't, and the only thing I missed was the trigger and the scope.
Oh, that's actually pretty... And you don't even really need the scope. You obviously need a trigger, but...
Well, the thing was, I had one in a cart. I was ready to order it. It was a $350 scope.
Oh.
So max, the total afterwards, after that with damage plus the scope, the trigger, it was $2,000.
Oh my god!
It's a sweet gun. Yeah. Don't let me steer you wrong. But I would have rather not bought it that way. It was oh god, what the fuck am I doing?
Shit happens, man. So do you still have it, or did you sell it? Or?
No, I still have it.
Yeah. Nice.
So the first one I had, it started blowing primers out of the casings.
Okay.
Which I didn't. I thought it was the barrel. It was a 223 wild barrel, which. There's 223, which is only 223, and then there's 223 wild, which also shoots 223 and 5.56.
Yeah, okay.
And there's 5.56 barrels, which are the military version of 223. It's just the only difference is the barrel rifling doesn't start right away. It gives it a little bit of space, and so I assumed my 223 wild barrel wasn't 223 wild.
Right.
Well, we're going to get into some real muddy water here. So let's just say someone I know, so he doesn't pound me in the ass federal prison, had a gun that he bought from a guy, and the barrel was a little shorter than it should have been. So he showed it to me, and I was like, let me get a tape measure. That's not quite long enough.
Right.
So I measured it, and it was 12 and a half inches.
Jesus.
It needs to be 16.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And so I told him, I was like, you can have this barrel. We'll I have a roommate that buy it. He'll build a pistol with this.
Right.
Get that out of your hands. I was like, you need to talk to the guy that bought this or sold it to you.
Yeah.
Who apparently was a dealer, which I was like, fucking don't go to him and get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's something you could do some time.
Oh yeah.
For that.
Yeah.
Real time.
Fuck yeah. So I ended up rebuilding my first one, and I changed the barrel to a 300 Blackout, which is basically the same AR platform. It's the same bolt carrier.
Okay, yeah.
But it shoots 300 Blackout, which it's a 223 casing with a 30 caliber bullet, so it's just necked out a little bit, and it's a little shorter of a cartridge.
Okay.
But they use pistol powder to gain the speed.
Okay.
And a lot of them are pistol length, so you don't need gas tubes. Well, so I found out that my AR, the gas tube, was too open.
Oh.
And it was too much gas coming back, and it was blowing the bullet
So it wasn't
open.
the barrel. It was
No,
the
the barrel was
okay.
fine, so that turned out okay.
Right.
But so I have a nice 5.56 AR and a 300 Blackout because I was hoping to use it for like deer hunting and shit.
Right.
I haven't got it.
And can we just appreciate the irony of you wearing what shirt you're wearing?
Oh
right
yeah,
now?
I've got my bankrupt shirt on. The K is an AK.
That's fucking hilarious.
I follow a few gun Instagram accounts, and one of the places were selling this, and I was like, I gotta fucking have it. And it's such a good shirt, but they fucking quit making it, and I'm just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Dude, that's awesome. Hopefully your buddy he figured out and got rid of that barrel or.
Well, I gave it to my roommate, and he built a pistol.
Oh, okay, so good.
He bought a pistol lower and did we're all good now. But it was
Dude.
when I saw it, I was like, we got to change this immediately.
Right.
Because from a small town, and obviously just keeps it in the back of his truck for coyotes and stuff, and it's like a lot of the small town, like not everyone knows all the laws about guns and shit, and that seems like
I knew there were laws, but I didn't know what they were technically.
Yeah. So technically, he had a short barrel rifle, which you need a tax stamp for, which is kind of silly, but I get it. Whatever, laws are dumb. Yeah. So I have what is that?
Laws are dumb.
Some laws are dumb. I get myself in trouble.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
So I got that, and then I bought a Smith & Wesson Shield. That was my last purchase to carry. I haven't gotten my permit yet.
What caliber is the shield?
9 mil.
9 mil. Okay.
They just came out with the 45, but all my other guns are 9 mil. So
okay.
Keep it nice and consistent.
No, that's the way it should be. I know guys because I don't carry, but I got buddies that carry and they have like 40 or 45s and stuff.
Right.
Oh, you do that, and then a lot of the buddies that some of the buddies that carry, they're like, yeah, I had the 45. And I never carry it because it's heavy, it's awkward, and so I just leave it. So why do that? So go with 9 mil is my law enforcement. I got some buddies in law enforcement, and they told me get the Ruger LCP, the 9 mil or whatever. There's a bunch of great concealed guns that are 9 mil. Like why would you go 45? And I'm like I don't. I got these.
Right.
I love the memes of like people who shoot 9 mil versus 45. It's like people who shoot 45 assume they're shooting like cannons and it's like gonna blow a hole through someone. It's like it's still gonna fucking stop you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got shot with a 22 and it stopped me.
That's right. For you guys that are listening to that, don't remember the first time Joey was on, he told the story about how he was shot. Who else has been shot? If you have, let us know.
Step up.
Yeah.
Don't do it again though.
You want to get shot? Let us know. We got guns.
Yeah, man, we need to go shooting. So, like I said, I told the story a couple podcasts ago with the AR that my buddy, built me and stuff like that. So, I love that gun. I just love it. I love the M16, with Armory, and that's what we carried. And I just know, how to clean it and, real good proper. And I'm a pretty decent shot with it, so that's why
got a deer
I
with
like
it, so that's good.
So, right, but yeah, man, it's they're good guns. So I don't probably need it, but it's just nice to have.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
It's not whether you need it now. It's what if you need it later.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't even have it here. It's at my brother's house because he has a big safe. So I'm like, I'm just going to keep it. There's no reason. Because any time that I would ever go shooting, I would go back home. Right. And so I'm like, it's just easier just to leave it at his place where he has a big safe where... I mean, Grayson's fine now, but eventually... And I'm going to raise him, how to treat him and stuff. But you still never know. Right. Like when he's younger or something. Hey, you want to see my dad's gun? And obviously I don't keep ammo in it and shit like that. But I just feel better that it's, in a safe. So...
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I wouldn't mind getting a handgun for the house and get one of those safes that you open up with a thumbprint.
No, I have a cable lock on my AR. Or no, I got a cable lock on my pistol.
Yeah.
So you have to have a key in a case. And then for my AR, I have like a combination lock thing that's in the trigger well.
Yeah.
Which isn't quick. If it was a breaking in situation, it's not going to work. But if shit hits the fan and law enforcement's not there anymore and zombies are flooding or whatever the situation is, I'm
10,000 rats.
I usually have rats. Rats are impeding on you. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because I know you're pretty gun. I mean, how many? You don't have to say. We don't want allegedly.
Oh yeah.
I've got.
I don't want the ATF fucking.
Yeah.
On paper, I'm just kidding. I've got like 6 or 7.
Right. You do a lot of shooting though. I mean, you go out.
I got into it when I moved in with my my last roommate. We went to college together, and he's got a ton of guns. Like his safe is the size of that desk. He's got a lot. He doesn't know how many he has because he's got like some that are halfway built.
Okay.
Ton of pistols and stuff like that. So whenever he came to town before we moved in together, that sounds gay, no homo. Whether you're gay, I don't care.
There's nothing wrong. Not that there's anything wrong
Right.
with that. You guys all heard it. Joey hates the gays.
That's not what I said. Anyway, so we'd go shooting all the time. Well, you do that so often, it's like, fuck, I want to get a gun, so I quit like using his and or renting one. Mm-hmm. It's like if you rent one, you got to use their ammo. It's like I'm just gonna buy my own. Start buying shit on bulk, and it's hard. Like when you buy the first one, it's a slippery fucking slope. It's like, well, this one's cool, but what about that one? And it's like, well, that one's nice, but it's like, man, I'm gonna need some ammo. It's like, well, I don't want to quit buying overpriced boxes at the range. I'm gonna buy bulk, buy 1,000 rounds. Mm-hmm. So then you get Reddit is a website I frequent a lot, and there's a subreddit called Gun Deals, and you can check out, like, people will post deals, and it's like every day it's like deals, and like I was checking it like every day. It's like I'd buy 1,000 rounds. It's like, this is a really good price. It's like I gotta quit fucking doing that. I don't know how much I have wrapped up in it, too much, but it's just hard to get away from. Cause it's like if you're shooting all the time. So we'd go out to his parents' house and we'd shoot, and we'd shoot up to like 250 yards, which isn't a ton, but it's good time. Yeah. We do long range shit. He's got a few gong targets, so we'll do some pistol practice. We took the concealed carry class, and the instructor that we had was a SWAT guy in North O at night. Okay. And so he's seen a lot of shit. So he told us, like, we went through some drills that he would do back in the day. And so we like run to the first target, put 2 rounds in it, go to the next one, and then like, sidestep it. So it's like you're going sideways and forward 2 yards each. And
like slicing the pie kind of.
Yeah. And so we do that shit. And so it's like afterwards we're just like, that was really fun. So now we do that.
Right.
And it's a blast.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been around you, like, with weapons and stuff, and you're, like, responsible and stuff like that. So, that's nice. It's just the irresponsible people. But, yeah, I mean, just like any other hobby or habit or whatever, that you have, you get into, of course. Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you? And it's not bad. And you're responsible, like I said, responsible gun owner and, shit like that.
And
so.
It's always nice to, like, well, it's not nice, but if you see someone, like, not super sure, it's like you just run through something with it, how it works.
Oh, yeah.
What could happen, stuff like that. I mean, I know enough about it. I like to spread that information out just so everyone's safe, because you get
there's
shot
a lot
once.
of people out there that are not,
Oh, yeah. It's terrifying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah, and I usually I do my, we like to shoot out at the ranch up by Valentine, and then, but we can't go out there. It's 5 hours, so we'll go to the shooting range close to us. It's an indoor shooting range, and there's a couple bays. Each bay has 5 lanes, and sometimes you're in there by yourself. Sometimes you're in there with people, and then I always like we're in there with usually a 12 and a 14-year-old, and so I'm watching them to make sure, and they're solid. I mean, they've taken down animals before. They've always been good at the range, but at the same time, I always watch them. And, there's stuff that happens, and malfunctions and stuff. Like, what do I do? And they know, put it on safe, put it down, keep it faced away. But I watch them, but then I always, then if there's other people in the room, I watch them because I don't know if they're as safe as how we do it.
It might be somebody's first time ever shooting guns.
Yeah. So. Are they clearing the chamber? Are they putting it on safe? Are they keeping it facing up and down range?
Because it can be a nervous thing, but like I'm just like you guys, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. I know you for sure, Joey. But I grew up with guns. I grew up hunting, and I've been shooting squirrels since I was like 11, and I had a BB gun before that, and went through all that and hunter safety course and shit like that. So.
Yeah.
And that's like the scariest part about basic training. You get people who've never even seen a fucking gun.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And you don't know if they've had any training. They might just, their training was from watching Die Hard 1, 2, 3.
There's a guy,
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard with fucking Russia.
There's a guy, no joke, in my fucking basic training he wasn't in my battalion, but he, like, his gun jammed and he went to turn to look down the barrel. Like, I swear to God.
Fuck.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, and he just had never been around guns and, you know, just, and they go over that stuff with you in basic training, but still some stuff that you think is common sense is not common sense.
Yeah.
So, you're like, Jesus.
Yeah, well, and just no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, you could be driving to the store. There's people on the road that are legit crazy.
Yes.
Like they have hallucinations. There are people that are on all sorts of drugs. There are people that are hammered drunk at 10 a.m. People are fucking crazy. And then the shooting range we've gone to, there was just a suicide there maybe 6 months ago. Like a guy borrowed his friend's gun, shot himself in the head there.
Jesus.
And our buddy responded to that, you know.
Yeah.
That stuff is, you just don't know what's going to happen. So if there's other people there and they're shooting firearms, I watch everybody no matter where we're at. Even at dinner. I'm just weird like that.
Yeah.
But,
no, it's good. It's good to have an
if
exit
we're out,
plan.
If we're out. But no, I love shooting. I love shooting. If it wasn't expensive, because what are 223 rounds now? 20 cents a round.
Yeah, 20 cents is a pretty good deal.
That's probably where that's the cheap end, but that's probably where they've been at for the last few years. And, still 20 cents a round when you're shooting, 30 round magazines in a minute. That adds up. So.
Just go to the roulette table. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, but I love it. One of my times we spent for our birthday, we went out and we shot, we were shooting Blue Rock. So, shooting Blue Rock, and then we took 22s out and doing long range shots with 22s, setting the Blue Rock out, and just seeing if, if we can get them and stuff. So, yeah, man, it's fun. I love it, and I'm not a great shot with a shotgun, but
me neither.
Could always use more practice. I would be horrible with a handgun. I haven't shot a handgun a ton, but
it takes a while to get good with a handgun. Just because that. Jesus.
I mean, it's just you always just see it, like in the movies where people, somebody standing next to somebody, they shoot her, like you shoot them in the leg. Like it's not like that. Like it takes a lot of practice.
Oh, for sure.
So same center mass and squeeze, biatch.
Yeah. And the boys, like I've been shooting the AR for a long time with the Army, and I'm way better with the rifle than the pistol, and the boys are great with both. They got good fundamentals and good skills. And the last 2 times we went to the indoor shooting range, the owner came out and was like, you got yourself some shooters here, they're good. And I'm like, yeah, they're pretty good. And no, I love it. I'd shoot every other day if it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
Like we'll go and we have our own the small earplugs, but we rent the big ones and then rent iPro and then buy targets. They're only 50 cents, but it's just the rounds that are, even 9mm rounds are probably 20, 25 cents a round. So when you're, shooting, it's just expensive. But I love to shoot. My favorite gun all time is the M249 SAW. Like I love that weapon. It's 600 rounds a minute. And you can shoot it standing, you can shoot it in the bipod position, shoot it bigger caliber machine gun. It's harder to. I've never shot a 240 or M60 standing. Like Rambo, I think shot fucking akimbo with him. Maybe not. I don't know, but
probably he's pretty much gangster.
Yeah,
but those are uncomfortable to shoot. Yeah, the 249 is probably my favorite. I love it.
Hell yeah!
But I'm looking for a shotgun for Bird, and then I want an AK. I've wanted an AK for a long time.
Yeah, I've never shot one. I would like to shoot one. Have you ever shot one, Joey?
Yeah.
AKs are fun. I've shot one in Bosnia, and I've shot one like a friend's AK. But
what type of round do they shoot?
There's 7.62 or 308.
Okay.
So it's the same as like the ARs or 223 or 5.56.
Yeah.
So the AKs are 7.62 or 308, and they're supposed to be like the best weapons ever. Like I've not ever tried this because I've never had an AK, and I've never do it with my AK. But you see videos of them putting mud in it, burying them, unburying them, charging them, and then fucking firing, and they work.
It's like a Glock. It's like those two are unstoppable.
Yeah.
But I love AKs, and now like they're almost like the AR. So now you like before you had like the wood handle, and then you have just the basic AK-47 or 74.
Yeah, 70.
Or
there's a lot of variants.
Yeah, there are the or the shorter one, whatever. But now they're almost like ARs, where you could put the collapsible stocks on them. You could put your personal pistol grip on them. You could put forward assists on them. Like you could do all this stuff, and the ergodynamics or whatever you call that, and customize them. They're all black, and you could put different sights on them. And yeah, AKs are fucking awesome. I'm gonna get one.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get together. And like at 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to get up.
Okay.
We're going to go out. We're going to go shoot some Blue Rock. We're going to shoot all the guns, the ARs,
all the guns,
the AKs, handguns, weapon. Then that night, we're going to go do trivia.
Yeah.
And then, get our drink on, rock out trivia, take the winnings from trivia, and go to the fucking casino. Yep. You're going to teach us how to play blackjack, and then we're going to take the winnings from that, and we're going to play some fucking numbers on the roulette table. And we're going to bet red 32, and we're going to hit it at least 4 times.
All right, man. What time are you waking up tomorrow? Man.
That sounds like a great day to me.
I mean, tomorrow's Super Bowl Sunday, but that sounds way better.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck your commercials.
and your titty.
Let me see it though.
I want to see the titty.
Well, we're kind of getting close to the 3-hour mark, so I know there's before we get to our shout outs and fuck yous, I want to thank you, for being on, but there is a story you got to tell Spicy, and it's about your congratulations. I don't maybe want to do a spoiler alert, but it's about your current job / old job, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's still the same job.
Right.
I guess a different
But you
title.
have to tell Spice about everything that you've done, because we've been following, our friend family has been following along with this for a while, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So
I can't wait to tell it.
and you don't have to say where you work just because of
that's fine.
Stuff. But
So I used to work at Dunkin', and
where Rob works now, allegedly works now.
Okay.
right, yeah, allegedly. So he. Sorry, not him. There was this one guy who would come in at night and work just part-time, just for overtime. And we work second shift. So I met him that way. And, after through the years or whatever, we got to know each other, figured out what he did. And it was like, yeah, we redid the department. And now I've got these other, tasks under my belt, but I don't have anyone for them. He's like, you should come work for me. Kind of jokingly, but at the same time, I was like, okay. Like, absolutely serious. Like, when can I start? Put it off, didn't worry about it. So I got this different job within the same company. And
explain what you do.
Okay, so at the time I was doing...
At Dunkin'.
Yeah, at Dunkin'. I was repairing and overhauling autopilot servos for private aircraft. Okay. So like Learjets, Beechcraft, Globals, fucking G5s.
Like electrical stuff or...
Yeah, yep. Okay. So like... The autopilot is like a computer, and it runs all these servos and actuators and shit like that. Okay. And that's the stuff I worked on. Okay. So like if the plane needs to fucking yaw into the wind, blah blah blah, it'll take that command, send out the command, so then the servo will take that command and adjust how it needs to. It was pretty fun. Okay. Got old because I started to work into the battery shop. I got moved into the battery shop, not by choice. And there's a dude in there who's super fucking weird. He's got this little thingy on his ear. And every time you talk to him, you just can't help but stare at it.
Is it like a mole?
It's like when babies are born, there's like usually like little red like raspberries that like grow. They eventually go away, but they're there. They grow out. It's like that, but it's like skin colored.
Herpes.
Not herpes. I don't know what it's called. Phone in if you know what it is.
It's like talking to somebody with a lazy eye, kind of.
Well, he had one too.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was really hard to fucking...
Damn.
Anyway, super loud, super obnoxious. So I was like, I got to get out of this fucking position.
Yeah.
So there was a spot open in the calibration lab for like physical dimensional stuff. So like calipers, micrometers, scales.
Ladies and gentlemen, that sounds like science. We don't know what it is either. Go on.
It's shit I didn't go to college for. That's what it was.
Right.
So I did that for like 6 months, and I was going to replace a guy. And he quit on a Friday, like his last day was a Friday. The following Monday, I got a phone call from that other guy saying, this position, like I got it through. Do you want it? And I was like, yep. And so
nice.
the following, like 2 days later, I told my, after like all the drug tests and all the preliminary shit, I told my boss, I was like, so I quit? So I stayed on part-time. So my new job, I work at UNL at the utility plant.
All right.
And so within the plant, they've got chillers, boilers, stuff like that. And I was going to get hired on to a group that did all the controls and automation. So like temperature, temp sensors, pressure transmitters, stuff like that.
Sounds like a pretty nice job.
It's all smart stuff.
Yeah.
Smart people stuff.
It was a huge learning curve because I didn't know how a boiler worked or like a chiller.
Okay.
What utilities were.
Still
really.
don't, but that's all right.
That's fine. Sometimes I don't either. So anyway, I wasn't hired for the automation part. I was hired for all the meters on campus. So every building has a flow meter and temperature probes for chilled water. It's got a meter for steam, electricity, natural gas, domestic water, all those things. And one guy was supposed to do that job. There's like 200 buildings on campus. That might be a low number.
Well, can you check them like digitally, or do you have to go in and
that's
hands on?
That's what most of them are hands on, and that's why I was hired. We got a bunch of money to upgrade all these meters.
Okay.
So before they redid the department, they would have separate people, like zone people, doing theirs on whichever building. So it's like, well, George over here might be setting them up different than Dick over there.
Right.
And so they wanted a central like guy to do it. So that's why I was hired. But it wasn't quite a full-time position. Like it was, but it was just a temporary position. So it's a 2-year temporary position. So
which is still, I mean, get you out there. And,
right, yeah. It's a nice foot in the door, and more often than not, from everyone I heard, that rolls into a permanent position.
Right. And who else better for it than somebody who's been working temporarily for the last 2 years?
Exactly. So it's like...
One would think.
Right. You'd think. And here we go. So in August, I started there in August 2016, and my boss told me, like, oh yeah, by summer, I'll probably have you rolled into a full-time position. The next summer comes and goes, and it's rolling into, like, Thanksgiving break. Now, as a temp, I get decent pay. I get vacation. I get sick time. I get.
Is it like the same or is it less because you're temp?
It's a little less.
Yeah.
But
do you get benefits?
Yeah, I get health, vision, dental.
Well, that's still pretty good at least. Then.
Yeah, but I don't get 401k for 2 years. So I think even after I get hired permanent, I won't get it for 2 years. That's just the way they do it. But then it's like really good after that.
Yeah.
And I also don't get holidays. That was the worst part. So I started in August. Christmas comes, and the university shuts down from like December 22nd to like January 2nd. So they just shut down. Like there's no one in the buildings. Like people at the plant are still there to like, keep buildings up to temp, but like faculty, staff, most people are gone.
Yeah.
Including my department. So Christmas break comes, and I take Christmas and maybe like the day after off. But it's like I come in and there's fucking a ghost town on campus. There's no one there.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, fuck, this sucks. I'd rather be home.
All right.
So 2016 comes and goes. We're getting into like fall 2017, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so
still temp.
Still temp. So I'm like, it was getting to the point where like we would have a morning meeting, and I would, make a jab at like, oh man, sounds like not a temp's job.
Which you should be at this point.
Right.
So I'd be like, man, that sounds like a permanent position, duty. And so it got so it's like I was shoving these jokes, like, and it was like everyone was ganging up with me and like, oh, fucking temp doesn't have a permanent job status. So then I printed out. Have you ever seen The Office?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Ryan, the temp?
Yep.
All right, so I found a picture of him next to a Dunder Mifflin sign, and he's just kind of staring blindly into the future.
All right.
And so I printed it off, and it was only, about the size of a smartphone at the time.
Okay.
And I printed his face off, and then I put over here, Joey the temp.
All right.
And I put it up on my desk. And it took my boss, like, 2 months to notice.
All right.
But every, like, week or two, I was making it bigger.
Okay.
So, like, it was starting to get to the size of, like, that. And then he finally fucking saw it when it was, like, the size of that.
All right.
And right now, it is a full sheet of paper.
No shit. All right.
Joey the temp. super fucking obvious.
Yeah.
And my desk is like the very first one that you see.
Okay.
So like even if you take like a half side step, you
Yeah.
fucking see it.
Okay,
It is
okay.
right next to my computer. So he finally saw it and he's like, yeah, working on it. Well, Christmas break comes and goes, and I'm just like, well, I guess I'm working Christmas break.
Yeah.
So, fuck. So it's funny because I was like, well, I'm gonna start like hitting a cruise, because it's like
Yeah.
if I don't get hired permanent,
Right.
all these projects aren't going to be done. So I've got a ton of shit that I'm doing right now. You know, more than most permanent people at the university.
Okay.
Right.
So boss is like, yep, by the end of the year we'll have this going. Well, nothing. So I started printing it bigger, and it's like huge. And he finally fucking like got it through, and in like this last week I finally got like confirmation. Like I had to apply for, also so the job posting, he couldn't waiver me into a job.
Okay.
Apparently, labor laws, whatnot. You have to like
You have to open it up to outside.
You have to have an opening, but it was just internal for the university,
Okay.
and it was pretty much written for what I do. So I
Okay.
pretty much just copied the job posting and pasted it in my resume. It's like I do this shit right now.
Right.
Just temporarily, though.
So they had it open for a week or 10 days or whatever. So they closed it. A few days later, called me. We'll give you a contingent offer. Will you accept? And I was like, yeah. And so it's in the works. And I'll be permanent here soon,
Yeah.
with a nice little raise.
That's
to add.
awesome.
Yeah, it's just so funny. You just kept getting fucked. But I mean, congrats on it.
Congrats,
like,
man.
hopefully it does officially go through. Nothing in your background I know hasn't changed since
Right?
then. But
It's like I don't even have a speeding ticket. I don't know what the fuck's taking so long.
yeah, like hopefully that goes through. But yeah, he would like just send us pictures. It just started off like it's just small. It just kept fucking growing and growing. And then you have a plan for when you officially get it, right?
Yeah, so I don't know if I took a picture of it, but same office. I'm keeping the office theme going.
Absolutely.
So there's another picture of Ryan the temp, and he's like in like the meeting room doing an interview with the camera, and he's got his hands behind his like looking smug as fuck.
All right.
And so I made the same it might be the size of that notepad.
Yeah.
And it's when that temp status changes to permanent. So when I get the phone call or whatever that it's like official or like the start date's like that day, then I'm gonna put it up.
Yeah, I would do it. I would do it.
Pop smoke, bitches.
Yeah, I would do it the start date. Like that's just fucking
absolutely.
hilarious.
Dude, I love that because I love the story. It's fucked up, and you made it. It could have been a worse ending. The ending's great, and using The Office, like I love.
I still haven't
Office.
seen it.
I love passive aggressive notes.
I know the look I'm getting. Now, with that being said, I'm getting ready to finish a series now, and then I'm going to finish this other 10 series, and Spencer's trying to get me into, like, The Office. He's like, it's about time at 31 you become a man.
I'm on the third time watching it within a 12-month period.
Yeah.
Like
It's
last year,
so
this
good,
time,
dude.
I started watching it.
It's so fucking.
Yeah, that's what he says. So I think that I might make that my next big because there's the first season of Mindhunters I was thinking about like jumping into.
I'm on that now.
Yeah, you know, I thought I may go through that. I know Shameless is out there. A lot of people talk about that. I haven't started watching
Shameless
it
is
yet.
fantastic.
But it's it's a big commitment. But I know they're only half-hour shows.
Yep.
So
with commercials, they're probably 22 minutes.
yeah,
Each episode.
And I don't know how. I would assume it's a giant streamer for Netflix, so I would assume it would still be there.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't decided officially yet, but I might make that the next big one that I jump into.
Do The Office. I mean, you could fuck around and like half watch episodes. You're not going to get lot behind. I mean, there's shit that happens with mergers between branches and stuff like that. But even if you like sat down, because there's shows that you have to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
And then there's shows that you could watch and then do laundry and do stuff and half watch, and then you're not going to get like, what the fuck happened?
Right.
You know, like that's it, but it's so good.
And the thing is, I know I'll love it once I get
absolutely.
into it. It's just from what everybody's, and I see all the meme stuff, and it looks like it's hilarious.
The characters are all so good.
Yeah.
Like Joe, you got a favorite character?
Fuck. I want to say Ryan, just because Michael has like this love obsession with him.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah. That's awkward. And
it's like, who's this other woman? Oh, that's Ryan. Ryan is hotter than Jan, or not as hot as Jan, but as hot as Jan, but in a different way.
Yeah.
It's like they're in this deposition. And
Oh yeah.
How many seasons are there?
9.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I know it's a big undertaking, but the way I'm seeing it, I think how I'm gonna play it is I'll play it kind of like how I talked about White Collar, is maybe I'll knock out like a season and then maybe knock out a season of something else and then go back to it. You could definitely do that. You know, so I think that's probably, so my goal is I got 3 episodes of White Collar to finish off. I'm gonna finish those off on Monday because I don't have to work because I always take day after Super Bowl. I'm gonna finish those on Monday, and then I have like the 2nd season of Disjointed came out, so I'm gonna watch that. It's only 10 episodes, so I'm gonna, and that's like half hour I think too. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna bang that out, and then I think I'm gonna jump into The Office. I think is the plan.
Do it. It's so fucking good. My favorite character is probably, it's got to be Michael Scott. Yeah. And after that is Dwight K. Schrute. But I love and Whining, shouts out Whining. He got me into that. Yeah. I told the story where he's like, you have to watch this. I have the first, this is 10 years ago. I have the first 5 seasons on DVD, and it was like, they were on like season 7 or something. Mm-hmm. So I watched the first 5 and then got caught up and watched the end of The Office, and then I was not impressed with the way they ended.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'll still watch it. Just
watch it. Absolutely watch it, but it's so fucking good. Dude.
But I think that's probably what my plan is. Like I said, then maybe it's not like the first season, then maybe jump into like Mindhunters or whatever.
Out of all the network shows that's ever came on, I'm gonna say, because my favorite shows of all time are probably like Breaking Bad or I don't know. As far as like an actual like, or like you get into Sopranos or like TV shows that are on other, but as far as like ABC, NBC, CBS, like The Office is probably my favorite out of those.
Yeah, I know like I know I needed to watch it for a while, but I'm just waiting for the right time. So I think I might, end up jumping into it. So it's so good. So I'm getting pretty pumped about it because I've heard nothing, and I have high expectations, and I know they'll be met.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, but for sure. Like I have my favorite shows, like I said, and like Always Sunny, but Always Sunny is my favorite show overall.
Yeah, and they're not coming back to like 2025, so
no. Hopefully, the new season should be on right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year they come back and.
Yeah, you guys think we talk about the death pool and NFL?
Oh, wait till fucking.
You wait till it's you guys, the hardcore fans know, so they know how we go. How we go ham on that, dude, no, that's a great fucking story. So yeah, I mean, we're approaching it. I think I can hear the girls that are making the food. We are gonna do another podcast later, which will come out next week for you guys, more likely. So we could get into the food, I think, on that one. But yeah, thanks, dude. The fucking glasses are fucking legit. I'm like super pumped, and again, you didn't have to get us a gift, but I do appreciate it. So, and we always think of you looking at the record light and shit like that. So, anybody want to start off with shouts out and fuck yous, or
I can do it.
Okay, yeah.
Mine are short than usual. Mainly because I'm at the very end of. I have a smaller piece of paper than usual, so it's at the very end.
Yeah.
So it's short and sweet.
Okay.
So my shout outs are to Always Sunny in Philly.
Yeah.
Come back. And then my second shout out is to Joey. Thanks for coming on the podcast. Yeah. It's good to see you again. And then my fuck you is I have one written, but I'm gonna say 2. So my first shout out is the fucking Trump. Or excuse me, fuck you is the Trump.
Yeah.
My second fuck you is the Tom Brady.
Okay. Nice. Joey?
Fuck yeah, man. Thanks for having me on the cast. It was a blast. It's been a while. I think, episode 11 is when you had me on?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a long time. There's still people, we've still been trying to get,
season 1.
Yeah. We've been trying to get, Harris on, and he was deployed, and we want to get him on because he's been deployed. There's just so many people, and we just got to, get our time. But, you're welcome on, anytime for sure. Like I said, you're, a third co-creator. To help.
The man behind the curtain.
To jumpstart it, so I appreciate it. But, yeah, go ahead.
So, shouts out to you guys for giving me something to listen to.
Make me feel warm inside.
4 hours a day. Shouts out firefighters. Fucking Jesus, spicy.
I was a firefighter in the military. It's okay.
Yeah, you were. Right. Oh, yeah, that's totally where I went with that. But you're fucking all your stories about running buildings, saving people and shit. It's fucking always interesting to listen to. And God bless.
I've gotten a lot of people who said they love when you talk about even though you kind of went not dark, but the shit that's you don't always talk about. They love.
I'll start talking about it. I don't like to talk about it a lot, but I'll talk about it. Yeah, people like it. Thanks, man.
Fuck yeah. And then shouts out to Bitcoin. We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah. I got it on here for next podcast.
My fuck yous are corporations like the FCC and Verizon. Don't fuck with my internet.
Yeah. Net neutrality, you fucks.
Yeah.
Most importantly, fuck Trump. And also fuck Bitcoin. And my biggest fuck you is to Charles goddamn Manson.
He was on my list.
Motherfucker.
He was on my list, so I'll cross him off for fuck yous. So I got a bunch of shouts out. Shouts out to the Beemans. They've been on the podcast before. They're going through some shit. Love you. You know, everybody's thinking about you, so get through that. Shouts out, we don't say this enough, but we do think it, like, all listeners.
Yes.
We know you listen to every podcast. We appreciate that. I mean, you got like people like Matt Hines who probably listens to every episode. You know, my brothers, Spencer, Tower, Bubba, everybody just fucking, who are hardcore listeners.
Oh, yeah.
Do appreciate it. We know we're talking to somebody and, appreciate it. Shouts out to memes because memes are just fucking,
God bless.
I love them. This is what make the internet go around. Shouts out to Red 32 on the roulette table. I've never hit it, but one day I don't even care if it's $1. I may just instantly just start masturbating right then and there. But, and then I just got 2 fuck yous. I did have 3, but just in case, I figured you probably would have done that with Charles Manson. Fuck yous to owls, you creepy motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they're so creepy.
They're like paranormal, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. And the biggest fuck you probably of all 3 seasons, fuck you, fucking Nebraska Furniture Mart. My boy was fucking military for 4 straight years, infantry, and he can't guard your fucking couches. Listen, I probably don't have money to buy your shit anyway, but even if I did, never. You treat Spicy Brown like that, you're fucking dead to me. You hear that? Fucking get at me, NFM. Go fuck yourself. So annoying. But anything else, guys?
No, sir.
No one can top that.
Yeah. You guys follow us, Nasty Friends, Twitter, Instagram. Like us on Facebook. Like and subscribe us. We fucking love doing this. We'll definitely be out next week. I might feel it's probably going to go off the rails, here. So, guys, remember, life's simple. Don't be a dick. Night, sluts. Motherfucker, yeah.
Original bad boy.